What's up? Dizzle here, and you're listening to the Men's View. What's up? We're back, bitches, at 1,000 horsepower. We're back to the old name. I was able to get the URL going, and we're in a new studio. What is this? I'm in a laundry room, dude.
The laundry room.
With no AC. Like, I'm in a laundry room with no AC.
Yeah, but I'm outside the laundry room, and it's still hot.
Is it?
So there's something wrong.
Well, I got it. It's because the heat coming out of here. Like, there's not even a vent in here. This is supposed to be a laundry room, but
that means the shit's on fire, dude.
All my equipment's going to blow up.
This podcast is so hot.
I have a feeling all my equipment will blow up because there's no ventilation system or anything in here. But I figured I'd leave you guys out.
Maybe you should punch a hole in the wall.
You complain about everything.
Check this out, dude. Maybe you should punch a hole in the wall and get some air going in here. Because it's not like you're going to get your security deposit back anyway.
Yeah, it's true. You know, this place is, like, gorgeous, and it's got a great pool and everything, but it's got the worst reviews on those rating sites.
Dude, I just parked my car, came here, and, like, there was these ghetto people outside, like, moving. Hold on.
This is not ghetto at all.
It was they were moving a TV somewhere. I don't know what was going on, but you tell me that. What's going on?
Wait, was it over there? Right
somewhere
there?
Down that way.
That way?
Someone is there's a TV moving around with people taking it somewhere. I don't know if someone got screwed or if they're just moving in.
I noticed they were kind of ghetto-ish looking.
But it is late at night.
What constitutes ghetto, though? What made them look ghetto? I'd like to know.
Just the way that they were dressed and the way that they were acting and their swag. I was like, they just look really ghetto.
Yeah, it's probably the same guys I saw.
What did you see? You didn't like them, right?
I don't want to say I didn't like them. I was
dude tried to give me a stare down for a second, and
Shut up!
No,
really?
I swear. And I had my computer in my hand, which makes it even worse.
Okay, that is ghetto when like they try to stare you down when you didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And they're just moving into a new place. Like, let's make friends.
What were you saying about I complain too much? What's the deal?
Oh no, you complain about everything, but
like
let's
what?
not get into that. Everything, man. Like, oh, dude, come on,
dude. Why are you in an apartment? Because you were complaining too much about your house.
Positive. No, I'm in an apartment because I sold my house.
Yeah, but you were complaining about your house way too much. It was on your mind too much.
Oh,
all you did was complain about it.
Well, I had issues with that house. So.
We're in a much more baller spot, bros.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, I get like that little newspaper that they send to the neighborhoods, you know, like I don't know who puts it out, like the city or somebody. It's like a pretty thickish big newspaper, and it lists all the homes for sale.
Oh.
And in our old neighborhood where I used to live in,
right?
I'd see homes like 200,000, 180, like listed in there, 150. I'm like, cool. Like, for people living in an apartment where I moved to, it's got to be a slap in the face. Like, every home is like 1.8 million, 3.6.
Oh, in this neighborhood?
11
Not
million.
Everyone.
There's
no.
The cheapest home I saw was 599,000.
No, maybe you should make sure that you're
Dr. Wilson's sitting in for a little bit.
And not 90210.
Am I right? That little newspaper they send you with what's going on in the neighborhood?
Yes, it's actually.
But that doesn't mean every house around here is that much.
The cheapest house. Dude, those are all. It lists all the houses for sale.
Hey, check this out. I garage sale around here a lot. I know about all the neighborhoods around here, bro. All of them.
But I don't think that newspaper. The ones you're talking about that have garage sales, those guys show up in your newspaper, I think.
What do you mean? It's a neighborhood that's right around here.
Yeah, I wish I didn't throw that thing out.
Less than a half
I threw it out yesterday.
Here.
No, but
nice
like the newspaper.
Nice
no, yeah, that newspaper half a mile down.
It might just be a realtor that's like into big baller homes. No, that's okay.
You're not reading this newspaper. It just lists the average. It lists everything in the whole neighborhood zip code.
There's no way
that's sold. I'm telling you, I'll hold it for you next time. Anyways, let's get to the show. You're back from vacation. We're back from vacation. That's why it took so long to get another show on the air. But we're back. It was actually Bonafide was on vacation. Where'd you go? Like South Carolina?
This is my third vacation of the year.
Yeah, you keep going on freaking vacations.
Dude, why not?
No, I don't blame you. It's just
I went to South Carolina. I went to Hilton Head, which is a big island off the coast of South Carolina. It's pretty cool.
And what's there to do there?
It's a humongous golf community there. However, there's a beach that's amazing that backs up to it, and everything is intertwined by bike trails. And when I say trails, it's like paved bike roads where everybody's on a cruiser bike everywhere you go.
Oh, okay.
And there are gators in the water and Spanish moss on the trees and all that stuff. And all those homes are maybe what you're talking about, 1.8 to 2 and all that junk. Those are how much those homes are. Those are real deal.
You, bro. I'll get that thing. You know what? I'll get that little paper and I'll take a picture of it and I'll show you next time. I'll text it to you.
And you're gonna be like, "Oh, it's 180,000."
No,
not
you're gonna be
1.8.
shocked. You're gonna be shocked when you see it. But yeah, man, I'm trying.
Would I be as shocked as the people that were moving the TV down there?
Those guys are. This is where all the poor people in this neighborhood have to live just to afford it.
Can I give you $10 and turn down the AC unit?
There you go. Yeah, seriously, man.
It's set for $76.
I just saw some people running off with my AC unit into a truck.
Hey, you better check. Make sure your TV's still here.
It's there. It's there. So yeah. Anyways, I'm trying to. And by the way, hey, this is the show that helps you pass time until you die, because that's why we're all here, right?
Yeah, we are.
I mean, seriously, like that's why I'm here. Just like I don't want to get bored while I'm around until I die.
Hey, I have
That's
a topic real quick. Can we discuss it?
Yeah.
Do you care?
Go ahead.
Okay. So let's talk about all these like these small electronics or any kind of electronics that are gimmicky. You know what I'm talking about?
Like
okay, check this out. Let me. I don't want to interrupt you, but like I know we've all seen this commercial with the Nokia commercial with the yellow phone, 41 megapixels, and it has like the chick that's zooming into the concert pic.
I've actually heard that's the best phone out there.
Huh?
No, like as far as hardware goes, but what ruins it, it's Windows operating system.
Oh, right. It is
Seriously,
Windows
that's
phone.
what they say.
Right.
Everything about the phone, the design, the camera is amazing.
They did say
it's
that?
not a gimmick. It's not a gimmick. You know how
you're
41
telling me
megapixels
but you're always
works,
telling
right?
me like 41, and that's the sensor that matters, right?
And the sensor on that's amazing.
legit?
Right. So what it does, it's digital zoom. You know what digital
I
zoom
know exactly
is, right?
what that is. Yeah.
So, but because it's
But
so
that's
many
usually
megapixels,
bullshit.
right? But if you have a big megapixel one and it's a good sensor,
Right?
it's getting so much detail in the shot
That it's almost
that like anything far away, I've got like millions of dots making up your face. So if I blew it up to 100%,
okay, so
I
it
can
is
see every
legit.
detail. on
Not
your
gimmicky,
face.
then.
That one's legit.
Remember my last phone, the 3D one? That was a little gimmick.
badass. Nobody had
sold
that phone.
thing.
It's amazing. I would have kept it, dude.
Dude, no one cares.
No one
about
had
3D.
that phone, right?
No one cares about 3D images.
Nobody cares about 3D movies. And
that's
I
another one I wanna
freaking
talk to you
love
about.
my 3D TV. I'm the only guy that buys 3D DVDs, which is
you probably
bullshit,
are the
okay?
only one.
Because they're like $50, right? Or
Yeah.
the cheapest you'll find them is like 30.
Yeah.
And they basically upcharge you because not everyone buys those. So the people that buy them, they upcharge them, and then they're like, well, you also get the Blu-ray, which a 3D DVD, there's a button on your TV that you just press,
Yeah.
and it could play it in a regular.
Oh, really?
So that's basically a Blu-ray. So you don't need that extra
No way.
Blu-ray. And then they're like, and you also get the regular DVD at like the really low resolution, right? And I think to myself, like, wait a second. Why the fuck would I want the regular DVD when I have a high-definition TV in 3D? How is that a selling point to me?
No, I see what you're saying. I mean, it echoes on the same lines as like, oh God, like this car, for example, this Ford car that's coming, or maybe it's a Chevy car, but there's a commercial about it where the chick is talking to Siri in the car and saying like, Siri, please check my messages for me. Or Siri, where do I go right now? And and it's just like immediately like, boom, you're going to be heading this way. And I know
That's
Siri
cool too.
Siri is never that fast, dude.
Okay,
It's
Siri
gimmicky
sucks.
as fuck.
What you're referring to gimmicky
That is gimmicky as hell.
is technology just that hasn't gotten there yet.
But
And it's
so
gonna be
misleading.
badass
But
in the
it's so
day.
misleading to have a commercial that shows people asking Siri all these things, and Siri's responding so quickly. And if you ever have someone with an iPhone close to you and ask them about Siri, they're going to all tell you one thing: that Siri thing is bullshit. They all say it.
Hold on. So you're expecting commercials to be completely honest?
Well, I'm saying like, not okay. No, I'm not expecting things to be completely honest. But come on, like if you're Apple and you're one of the biggest damn companies in the world, and you're producing these iPhones that everybody has, I mean, wouldn't you want that thing to work like the commercial actually says it works?
Yeah.
I
I
mean-
get what you're saying.
You have an iPhone.
Yeah.
Does it have Siri on it?
No.
Really?
No, I don't care. I wouldn't use
Dude,
that
this is-
anyways.
Dr. Wilson always has old-ass technology.
But let me tell you something. These new HTC ones that I have, by the way, and that Dizzle has, these things, the Siri is really good here, but it's not a true Siri.
It's Google Now.
It's amazing.
Have you ever had it like tell you where you're going,
Dude,
and you're
it's
like,
phenomenal.
how the fuck did it just do
Dude,
that?
it does everything. And on top of that, I was reading about that HTC Beats thing, and the Beats audio, for example, the amplifier inside this little phone is legit as all hell. And on top of that, HTC owns Beats, dude. Did you know that?
Yeah.
They own 51%.
That's why Dr. Dre is so rich. They actually bought Beats off of him.
But the headphones are terrible, but the phone is incredible. I don't get it. Like, the headphones are nothing to brag about. But the phones are everything about. I mean, this phone's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Hell yeah. Well, have you ever turned off the Beats option in the middle of a song just to test it out? And you're like, oh my God, this thing works.
Oh, it's a huge it's an amplifier / equalizer. I mean, that's basically what it is. It turns up the bass and it gets the treble a little higher. It's freaking amazing.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at my clock here because we got a Dominatrix calling in, and we're going to have her dominate Metalhead.
Does Metalhead not? No, he doesn't even know.
I can't get no, he knows to call in that she's coming in. But I can't get a hold of him. I don't know if he's scared or what. He's suddenly not picking up his phone, not coming on. I want to be super pissed because, fuck, dude, I had all this shit playing, and Metalhead is not coming on. But anyways, while we're waiting for her, Miss Kayla. Actually, if you want to check her out, it's at misskayla.net, MISSKAYLA.net. Hot black chick, dude. She's like super muscular too.
Oh yeah.
So I can imagine just being dominated by her. Like it's going to be a legit domination. If she wants to whoop your ass. She can probably.
I got some questions for her. I'm sure you do too. Hey, by the way, you should have introduced us.
Yeah, Dr. David Wilson's sitting in.
He's here. David Wilson's
and we got Bonafide Hustler sitting in.
What's up?
You got your workout channel started yet, or what?
I filmed my first official video yesterday.
Is it coming out soon?
I'm gonna put 4 videos up, and then I'm gonna make them all active at once, so it doesn't look like this channel's just starting from nothing.
Yeah.
But I'm going to make sure everything is all the templates are good on the videos and everything's looking right and the fonts are good and all that stuff.
Right.
I kind of want the workout channel to be the perfect thing. So we'll see.
Congratulations.
Okay. Yeah, congrats,
dude,
man.
There's just so many different ways it can go. When I was doing, what was my thing yesterday? Oh, yeah, I texted Dizzle a picture of what I was messing with on YouTube. And I was doing a tips for chest training with push-ups only. That was my topic yesterday. But there's so many topics you can do. I mean, there's so much in working out that I think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I've been looking for daycare for my daughter now because it's getting time to where
it's a good transition.
We need to find her daycare. Sorry, dude. I was completely preoccupied with trying to get freaking Metalhead
treat
on
me
the
like
phone.
a girl, yeah.
I wasn't listening to the last 30 seconds of what you said. I was like, "Where's Metalhead?"
Do I need to get you a stimulant prescribed to
take
care of that ADHD?
That reminds me of the show that we had where Diz was semi-wasted, and it was
the one we didn't put up on.
Oh yeah, and I was like, "So what do you think?" You're like,
I was so gone on that. We're like, "Okay,
done.
Let's not even put this on air." That was one of the weeks where
if I could get my 2 hours back on that, that'd be really good.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about it later. So, yeah, I'm trying to find daycare for my daughter. So I've decided, I don't want to do daycare that's those big daycare areas that are, the giant corporate daycare things. By the way, I kind of like this setup. I can get a good look at you guys. Uh-oh, I got a text. Is that Metal? He's asleep. What the fuck you mean asleep? Wake up, dude.
So wait, you want to go with... I would just go with the daycare that's more accredited than anything. The one that has the most Yelp reviews and all that junk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they all have bad... it's always... They might... Even the good ones will have, 4 good reviews.
Right. What happened to your setup?
And then you see a
why do you even want it?
Horrible review.
What happened to your setup?
Well, I had my wife's sister taken care, but that was just temporary. Yeah, that was just temporary. Okay. Yeah. That was just while she was a baby. So it's getting to where she's leaving in a couple weeks. So, yeah, the big ones will have, one terrifying review, and you're like, fuck.
What is it like? Kids dead or what?
It's came home and pulled, shit out of my baby's vagina.
Oh.
It's they didn't wipe the baby for hours or something.
Yikes.
So, or just there's some other kid in there, beating the crap out of your kid and no one's doing anything. It's because you're in with all these other people's children, right? And you don't know if that kid is being taken care of at home. So you might have this violent, crazy kid that's biting your kid. There's a video on the internet of this kid in a daycare. I think it was in Houston, and he waits till everyone turns around that's an adult, and he's probably 4 or 5, and he finds the toddlers, and he waits till the adults turn around, and he beats the crap out of them. Wow. And then acts like he's doing nothing. And they caught it all on video, and they play hours of it, and it's just hours of torture to these kids. And this kid at 4 years old has already figured that out, right? So you got that, and then you got just crazy turnover in those big places.
So you're not worried, or are you worried?
No, I'm worried. And
so why would you? So, I don't get it. What are you going to do? What's your decision?
Well,
You're going to have to do it, right?
Well, so I'm looking at Craigslist, believe it or not.
For a babysitter or what?
For daycare, because
Are you out of your mind?
No, because they got the in-home ones, right? So it's like one person watching your kid, and they're only watching. I think in Texas they can only watch like 6 kids at once.
Yeah.
So instead of being like 50 kids in a daycare taken care of by like
so it's a babysitter,
5-6
right?
people, well, it's daycare, but they don't. They just do it out of their house.
Out of their house.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's like one person you can hold accountable versus just some place you drop off and like some person working for like $7 an hour.
How much a month do you think it'll be?
Oh, at least 600.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. The in-homes are actually cheaper and I think better because I found one lady. She's awesome, dude. She seems awesome.
How do you know?
Just by her website and stuff.
Do you remember that roommate that I thought was awesome at one point that moved in?
Did he have a cool website?
Did you find him on Craigslist?
I did find him on.
You got to tell that story.
He found me on Craigslist. I will tell it one day.
Yeah, we got to. What was his name?
I can't say it.
Give his first name.
John. That's as much as I'll. You know who I'm talking about.
I got to play that song I made too.
Oh yeah, dude! I remember that song. That was a really good song.
We gotta tell that roommate story. Holy
Whatever happened
shit.
to you making these funny songs on that?
No, I'm gonna start doing it now. Now that we're
what
the
did you
men's
use
view.
that day? What was that called? It was a auto something.
It was like an auto tune on my
yeah,
phone.
it was auto tune, wasn't
it? There's actually something.
You
on
made
iPhone.
it at the same time that dude, the rapist guy, was like,
Yeah.
What is his name? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the song. The guy that was like.
Yeah, the ghetto guy.
Yeah, with the red thing on his head, the red bandana.
You made that song right after he did his, and it was just funny as hell.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on in metal.
But yeah, I will tell that story one day. That's a fantastic story, although it was really tumultuous at times.
So he's telling me about this babysitter thing, and that's part of the reason he wanted me to come on today, because I was telling him all the...
You're the babysitter. Oh, great.
I was like, dude, you need to be a little bit more thorough about this, because there's lot of psychological implications of having poor parenting at such an early age.
Like what?
So you want me to get into
for
this
the kid, right?
For the kid,
right? Absolutely, yeah.
So basically, from 0 to 4 years old, we're forming our personality, and if you have poor parental or primary care support, it can lead to severe things such as personality disorders. Back in the day, when they were looking at the Cold War and they were taking all the orphans from like Russia, these kids would just have like these blank stares, and they didn't understand what was happening to them. But it was because they were raised like basically in their cribs with no interactions. And that led us to start developing these theories about attachment and child development. So if you just let your kid go into a daycare where there's like 50 other kids, that's liable to happen.
There you go, man. Nothing to get worried about or
So
anything.
yeah, no, I'm worried about that. That's why I want to put in these little ones. So I'm actually calling people on Craigslist, and like they're weirder and weirder each one. Like I called this one lady, and it says like free meals included, which I think they all kind of include. It's like snacks and meals. So I'm like, okay, and I'm trying to kind of like, I'm not good at you're supposed to, like, there's some parents that are just like so like thorough and they have all these interview questions, and I'm just kind of like trying to think of stuff to ask this lady. I'm like, so she picks up the phone. I'm like, hey, I'm calling about that daycare ad. She's like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, I saw you were serving snacks and food. So like, what do you serve? She's like, oh, we have breakfast and lunch. And she kind of sounds like weird, you know? And I'm like, so what's for breakfast? She's like, oh, we got like Frosted Flakes and Pop-Tarts. I'm like, fuck, Pop-Tarts. And I'm like, what about lunch? She's like, corn dogs. So immediately I'm in my head, you fucking bitch, you're going to fucking feed my fucking kid corn dogs and Pop-Tarts? So I'm getting, that's what's going on in my head, right? I'm just fucking flipping out at this point. Like, did she fucking say corn dogs?
She really did?
Yeah, so that's like the most unhealthy shit. Like, that's what you see people feed their kids, and you're like, oh my God, like, I can't believe she's just feeding her kids that garbage. It's almost like giving them Cokes to drink at 1 year old.
Your kid's going to come back looking like a corn dog.
She's going to have, like, clogged arteries at, like, a year old.
Why can't your wife watch her?
Well, she works.
Dude, come on. It's priceless. It's like good parenting.
Yeah, that's exactly what my parents did.
How old is she again?
My daughter?
Yeah.
Like 1.
Okay. So the real crucial time period is that 15 to 24 month period that they need to have secure attachment and
nothing to be worried about.
Support. So you've gotten past those crucial time periods. But I mean, still, Do you want to be paying for years and years of therapy?
No.
Or do you just want to take the hit now for a couple more years of having your wife raise her?
No, it's all up to my wife. But like right now, we're still at the stage where we're thinking of just we got to figure out another option. If we can get a good person to take care of her, then we're gonna get. It's not gonna matter.
I wouldn't
So
even
that's
do
gonna
a
be the
daycare
first
thing.
option.
I would just do a freaking. Well, what's the difference between a daycare and a babysitter? Does a daycare try to teach them stuff?
No, it's the same thing basically. But yeah, some of these daycares do try to teach
Get an
stuff.
awesome babysitter then, man.
Babysitters want what, like $20 an hour?
Maybe you're gonna get something better out of it.
What do you mean?
Like a better child in the end. That's what I mean. What do you mean?
Wait till you get a kid, man. You got like you're gonna tell your girl to like stop working. She makes good
Dude,
money.
my girl makes really good money.
That's what I'm saying. So you're gonna be like, just stay at home and give up whatever money.
I think ultimately she's told me that when I come to that, part of my life where I can support.
You better start fucking hustling some more.
Dude, I better hustle a bank.
Yeah. Shit. So yeah, that and then I called some other lady, and I don't know why I called her because like her ad was all about Jesus and like the Lord helps her raise these kids. So I'm thinking it's an older woman, right? So I call and it's like, hi, can I help? It's like some younger chick, and I'm like,
You should
what?
just freaking hang up the phone as soon as you hear something you don't
Yeah,
like.
I'm so nice because like that chick that was the moment she said corn dogs, I'm flipping out in my head, right? So I'm so nice, or like I try to be. I just act
but
like
even you at your nicest, you're kind of like.
Well, what would you do? No, so what I always try to do when I know I'm not going to do business with them anymore, I'll just try to ask them a couple more bullshit questions to kind of give them some hope, and then I hang up.
You should be
I'm like, okay, well,
what brand of corn dogs though? That would have been a good one, dude.
yeah.
Approximately how long are these dogs?
Do you have the nutritional information on the back? Can you read it off to me on these corn
Dude, that'd
dogs?
be hilarious.
But I'll always. Is that most people? I mean, I'll ask her.
Dude, you should just be like, I don't even know what a corn dog is. Could you explain it to me? Let's just see how they explain it to you. That'd be hilarious.
You know what? I should call her back just for a prank call, and just go into the whole corn
Be like,
dog
look,
thing.
I don't want to have my kid with you, but I am kind of hungry.
Do you think I can come over and just
Nobody
try
has
that corn dog?
Walmart's out of them right now, and you said you had some.
And what kind of do you give her mustard or ketchup with that corn dog?
You ought to start fucking with them.
Yeah. No, I'll ask a couple more questions. And my line is always like, well, then they're like, do you want to come over and look at the place? I'm like, I got to check with my wife. So I'll check with her and I'll call you back to schedule. And then I hang up. I don't know why. I should just be like, what do you mean corn dogs? Like, I want to teach them a lesson. Like, you shouldn't be feeding little babies corn dogs. That's not nutritious in the least.
What is Atole then?
It's like corn dogs in a packet. You just mix it with water.
Dogs.
That's basically
Just
what
stick
Atole
with
is.
it a little bit longer, too.
Oh shit! Hold on. Who do we have here? Hello.
Who the hell is this?
Thank God,
Super
dude.
loud, dude.
Yeah, let me turn him down. I was hoping he'd call in. Jesus.
The headbanging, mosh thrashing, trash talking, out of control metalhead.
And what do you mean you're sleeping, man? That.
Man, well, what do you expect, dude? People got to get up in the morning, fucker.
I thought he had a night job.
Yeah, I did too. I thought you work at this time.
Yes, but I'm off today, so that's why I was trying to enjoy myself.
Hey, who raised you, by the way? Did your mom work when you were a kid? Because we're talking about like what to do with kids, like how to raise them, and we want to figure out how someone can get this messed up. What do you want to take bets? You think he was in a daycare?
No, I think someone in the family raised him.
Multiple kids.
So what is it, metalhead? Who raised you when you were little?
Oh, my parents, my mom and my dad.
Yeah, but did they work or what? Neither of them worked?
Well, really, my dad was the one that worked more, and my mom was more at home, staying at home.
See?
But
Like,
really,
did she
it's like
stay 100% at home?
Yes.
Okay.
That's pretty funny.
Okay, so yeah, you were raised by your mom. Well, you turned out pretty well, so I guess we
Well, hold on. What did you eat when you were little?
chicken McNuggets.
No, what did you eat
Yeah,
when you were tiny and you were a little metalhead? What did you eat? What did your parents feed you?
Mostly anything. It was more like Mexican food.
So it was like home cooked stuff, right?
Yes.
So how did you go from that to an all fast food diet?
I don't know, man. I I just eat whatever, like whatever I like, whenever I'm hungry, I just eat it. That's it.
And Metalhead, what's your view on, like, let's say you had a child that was like 1 year old and they were at daycare, and if daycare was feeding your child corn dogs, how would you feel about that?
Well, if they were feeding my child corn dogs, I would tell them straight up to make them stop and at least give them some healthy food, because the thing is, just like, why would you want to feed your kid corn dogs? Because all he's doing is just gaining weight.
Well, you're able to recognize that. Why don't you kind of follow that guide for yourself? Why are you eating chicken McNuggets all the time?
First of all, I don't eat chicken nuggets all the time, fucker. Okay?
All right, let me ask you, what'd you have for lunch today?
What I have for lunch today?
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't probably had nothing for lunch, man. I was just sleeping all day.
How are you supposed to win your Naga tournament if you're not even eating anything?
First of all, fucker, I stopped with that, okay?
Wait, you're not going to do the Naga thing anymore?
Nah, change of plans.
Why?
Because the thing is just like, it's really like my job, because like, like my job is like really like right now at my job is just like, we're like extremely busy. So luckily that's why I joined the gym, better, so I can start like, like working out. But that's what I'm doing for right now. I say, you know what, if I can't go back to training, but at least I joined the gym to just work out.
What gym did you join?
Huh?
Did you join Gold's or Planet Fitness?
Huh means he doesn't even have a gym.
Really?
Huh?
I don't have a gym, dude. I just joined the Y, okay?
What the hell?
Yeah. See, I'm good.
Hey,
at
a
reading
gym's a
that.
gym, fucker, okay?
What'd you eat for dinner?
Huh?
What did you eat for dinner? You didn't have a dinner either, or lunch?
I told you, fucker, I did not eat nothing
Today?
all day.
So what'd you
Yes.
eat yesterday?
What did I eat yesterday? I forgot, man.
Tell the truth. Where did you drive your car, and what drive-through did you go to?
I forgot, okay?
The day before. What was the last time you remember eating? Where was it?
I don't even. I think like the last thing I ate was like some Mexican food.
Okay.
If you don't eat in a day, you actually get smaller, right?
Small like what?
Like your whole body you could become a smaller metalhead the next day. Like by a tiny bit, you're a smaller metalhead.
That's bullshit, dude.
Dude, think about it. Even when you're sleeping, you're burning calories. If you didn't eat anything all day long and you were awake some part of the day and you slept the rest, you are a smaller metalhead in one day. You didn't
That's
eat.
a crock of shit, dude. Where the fuck you eat this shit anyway, huh?
Think about it.
That's the biggest bullshit I've ever fucking heard,
God.
man. It's just like, that's the biggest crock of shit that I've ever heard.
All right,
David. You know what? Hey, you know what? We got Miss Kayla on the line right now. Let me add her in, because Metalhead's got to sleep. So let me get Miss Kayla on there. Miss Kayla. Hold on, she's going to be at it. Hey, Miss Kayla, you there?
We kind of jumped through all that attachment parenting stuff.
We can get back to it.
Hey, whatever happened to the topics that you wanted to talk about?
I'm pretty sure Metalhead had corn dogs when he was younger, a lot of them.
Miss Kayla.
Is that Metalhead?
That's Metalhead.
I don't know. Miss Kayla looks like she's...
Miss Kayla, if she coughed, would be like, oh.
Miss Kayla.
This is our dominatrix is.
I haven't seen any pictures.
Oh my gosh!
No, I can't hear you. Oh, you know what? I think her mic's
Pretty
not
big
working, so we'll let her fix her mic, and we'll talk to Metalhead while we wait.
She weightlifts a lot.
I wanted.
Or she was a professional weightlifter at one point.
Yeah,
we can talk to her.
We'll ask her about that. What were you saying, Doctor?
Oh, I was going to tell. I was going to tell you guys about the millennial generation. I don't know if you've heard about the millennials. I think you would be up to date with that. Have you heard about them?
That's the latest generation we're in?
It's the generation of people who came of age basically at the millennium. And they were...
like 2000?
Yeah. And
what is coming of age? Like 18?
Yeah. So basically the ages range, but it's basically people from 30 to like 18 right now. And a lot of them, they're saying it's the generation of narcissists.
Absolutely. With all the social media, it has to be true.
But they're trying to understand. Psychologists are trying to understand why this happened, and they think a big part of it. A few things they're speculating. One is most of them are raised in daycares, So they're raised in daycare, so they have a hard time differentiating themselves. So it's basically a bunch of kids doing as they will.
How is one generation predominantly?
Well, it's
raised in
also
daycare?
people that it's
A lot of them are.
A lot of them. Okay.
It's also a generation of people that their parents and teachers say you can't do anything wrong and everybody wins a prize.
Exactly. That's the second point that psychologists are researching. That whole everyone gets a trophies and complex.
Yikes.
But
Yeah, that can't be good if everyone's a winner no matter what.
I can't wait to have a kid, guys. I'm telling you.
Yeah, Bonafide thinks it's so easy. He's got 3 dogs. And, well, you know what? Dogs are worse, though. Like, I cannot even imagine having a dog because you're tied to a location. Like, you're tied to this house that every X amount of hours you have to go there to let something out to pee and poop.
That's fine. You're tied to a kid, too. Trust me. You just don't know it. Or you might figure it out.
No, you're tied to a kid, but you can take a kid where you're going.
You can take a dog where you're going, too.
You can't take it on vacation.
I've done it before.
Yeah, but most of the times you got to have that dog just waiting there.
I usually put my
Or
dog in
have a
daycare
guest
where
or
they feed
something.
him corn dogs all the time.
Yeah, I'm trying to connect to Miss Kayla, but it's not working. It's like her mic's not working. I don't know what the deal is. Miss Kayla.
Hello?
Oh, there we go. How you doing, Miss Kayla? Oh,
Can you hear us?
She went out again. We heard her for a second.
She sounded cool. She sounded like a typical dominatrix.
Hello?
There we go. Now you're back again.
Okay.
Was it a button you were pressing or what?
Well, I'm not sure what happened with my headset, but then when the phone rang, I accidentally disconnected you the first time, and then Siri came on.
Oh, okay. Hey, Metalhead, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
She probably just punched a client in the face. Just told him to hold on.
So have you seen a client? By the way, for our listeners, Miss Kayla is a dominatrix.
Yes, indeed. Professional dominatrix.
So have you seen a client today already?
Why don't you
No,
tell
no clients today.
No. Kayla, why don't you tell our listeners what a dominatrix exactly is?
I provide BDSM services to submissive men, women, couples, switches. I also teach classes. I perform at events. I do a lot of stuff, actually. But I specialize in providing BDSM services.
And explain BDSM for those that might not even know what BDSM is.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty big challenge. BDSM stands for bondage and domination, submission, and sadomasochism. So all of the things that you hear get called kinky, the whips and chains, all that good stuff, that's what I do.
So how'd you even get into this business?
Well, I got into it because it was something that I was dabbling with in my personal life with boyfriends and various lovers. And I realized one day, hey, I want more equipment. I want all of the awesome clothes. I want to do more stuff in this arena. And I need to find a way to make this hobby pay for itself. And that was pretty much it.
Wow, how long have you been doing it?
I've been a professional dominatrix off and on for close to 15 years now.
Wow, and is it something you can make a okay living, a decent living, or like you're doing like really well?
You get out of it what you put into it. First of all, because you're self-employed. So if you don't get out there and grind every day, you don't make any money. There are also other things that factor in, such as your location. If you're in an area where the population's a little bit sparse and, a little bit conservative, not a lot of kinky people around, you might not do that well. But then you would branch off into other areas like phone sessions or making clips and selling movie clips online. I know some women that do very, very well because this is their main focus. They put all of their blood, sweat, and tears into it. And then there are some where, it kind of fills in the gaps on a monthly basis. Maybe you have a vanilla job, or you're a student or something like that, and you kind of do this on the side. I don't really know anybody who does this and is suffering, make ends meet at all or anything like that. I don't know anybody who's that bad, but I'm sure they're out there.
Yeah, so whenever you started professionally, was it kind of weird for your first couple clients, or because you had already been doing it, you were just a natural at it?
It was a little bit weird, but mainly because I started off by doing outcall, and so I'm going to people's home, and that in and of itself is a little bit strange.
Jesus, I can just imagine the homes these people are living in that want to get dominated. Are they like kind of messy homes, or do you ever go to just this perfect, really nice home, or are they usually wealthier guys, or is there even a trend to it?
Well, I didn't do outcall long enough to be able to give you an accurate answer, but the people that I saw, nobody had a messy home. Everybody had a pretty nice place. I wouldn't say, Stepford Wives mansions or anything like that. Most of the guys that I saw, they lived in high-end apartments, condos, that type of thing.
So, Miss Kayla, this is Bonafide over here. For our listeners, why don't you describe yourself?
Nobody looked at my website.
Well, we definitely got prompted,
Yeah.
but I'm saying for the people that were going to listen to this podcast and maybe in their car and they don't have access to the website, real quickly, describe
Fair
yourself
enough.
for them.
I am 5'2", 165 pounds. A little bit longer than shoulder length, brown curly hair. I'm black, so kind of a cafe au lait skin tone. And I kind of have an athletic physique.
You used to be a bodybuilder, right? Or are you still a bodybuilder?
No, I'm not a bodybuilder. I've never been a bodybuilder. I'm a weightlifter.
Weightlifter is what the website said.
Okay. Yeah, so you got a lot of muscle and you're really strong.
Athletic.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you want to check her out herself, we'll have pictures of her on themensview.com. Also, you can check out Miss Kayla's website at misskayla.net. And on Twitter, you're at Strict Miss K.
That's correct.
Yeah. So, when you go in these guys' houses or when they come to your house, I would think coming to your house has got to be scarier because now they know where you live. I don't even know how you sleep at night. It's like all these people come to your house and want to get dominated, and then you must have some crazy security system.
There are definitely some safety issues that come into play with doing this type of work. And the safety issues are only there because of how this line of work is viewed by law enforcement. That's the only reason why there are any real safety risks.
Is it considered like prostitution or what?
It's a gray area. It's not, in my opinion, and anybody else you ask who works in this arena, they're going to tell you that it's not prostitution because we do not have sex with our clients. However, this is one of those things where if they want to get you, they'll find a reason.
Yeah.
Election year, is somebody trying to, get their name out there to be mayor or governor or something like that? Okay, well then let's do something dramatic like sweep through the city and, eliminate all of these quote unquote prostitutes, which in turn will be, massage parlors, dominatrixes, things like that. So we get lumped.
Would it be something like escorts
too?
Would it be something like escorts as well, or those massage parlors and you guys? Or
all of that falls under the umbrella of sex work. Let me just go ahead and say that. So sex work is anything from, the massage parlors to escorts to strippers to phone sex operators, anybody who deals with sex as part of what they do.
How is a phone sex operator in trouble for anything that they do?
No. I'm not saying that they get in trouble. I'm saying that they fall under the category of sex work.
Okay.
That's all that I'm saying. They fall under the category of sex work. A phone sex operator, no, they're not going to get in trouble for doing anything. But like I said, the massage parlors, the escorts, they even like to heckle strippers. So I would be one of those people that could possibly, get into some trouble if somebody really wanted to come after me, I suppose.
I figured these clients would come to her house at night and try to break in just so she dominates them and beats the shit out of them. Has anything weird ever happened where somebody's taken it too far with you that's been a client of yours?
No, my clients are generally
Wussies.
well-to-do men, married with families. They're not going to do something silly like that and risk their own livelihood.
Do you ever see somebody, though, that they're just so disgusting or stinky, or there's just something weird about them that you're like, I can't even have them as a client once you meet them?
No. My website does a lot of screening, just being there and the things that I say on my website. So a lot of riffraff gets skimmed off the top right away.
She has a part of her website that says expectations. And in there are like 10 different bullet points about what her expectations are, like how to address her, what to dress like, what not to, like how your personal hygiene should be, things like that.
Yeah.
And those are all your just personal rules, right? I mean, anyone can, it's all different from any dominatrix to another, right?
That's correct, because we're all running individual businesses.
Yeah.
So what I expect out of my clients is not going to be the same thing that, the woman across the street expects, or, whoever.
So how long can this last?
Pretty standard to show up clean, though.
Yeah.
It is. That's a safe one to say. Everybody, all doms want their clients to show up clean and not smelly, strung out or something like that.
Yeah.
So there are some constants.
Now, you've been doing this 15 years. Is this something you plan to do like until you retire? I mean, or is there basically after a certain point, dominatrixes just their incomes go down drastically and then they go into something else? I mean, what would you even go into?
Well, it depends on what you do while you're a dom. First of all, you don't have to have an expiration date if you don't want to. There are pro-doms out there who are in their 50s, 60s, early 70s who still, they see clients because they have a following. They've had a following for so many years. And then also once you get into that age bracket, there's going to be a different percentage of the population that is going to be attracted to you. For instance, just because you're 21 and starting out doesn't mean that you're going to make all the money. There are a lot of guys out there who's like, hey, you look good for 21, but I don't want to see you for this. You're not experienced enough. So you don't have to have an expiration date just because you get, of a certain age.
So what?
And while you're doming, at least in my experience, I've picked up a lot of additional skills by force, basically. Like, for instance, I had to teach myself how to design my own website because when I first started out, I didn't have money to pay someone to do that. I had to do that myself. I work on my own photos, video clips that I do. I work on those myself. So now I have, I'm working on videography skills.
Sounds like a bona fide.
Working on photo and editing skills. So
you should pick
up
up
a lot of things
dominating bona fide.
I'm not going to pick up dominating because I'm not good at that, dude.
Bona fide's picked up website building. He's picked up editing. He just has to pick up dominating. Can a Asian looking
dude, you don't call it
guy
dominating, dude. You just call it dom. Didn't you hear what she's saying?
No, I think
she's
guys are
everything
called
dom.
I think the guys are called something else. They're called like dominators.
No, ask her.
Aren't the guy dominatrix called something else?
It's all in the spelling. DOM generally refers to a male dominant. DOMME refers to a female dominant.
Wow.
They're pronounced the same. A lot of people will pronounce them differently, but they're pronounced the same. They're just spelled differently.
Oh, okay.
And then you have other titles, mistress, master, things like that. But dom, sometimes you'll see it written. If it's being used and it's not referring to a specific person, you'll see it written DOM/ME, and that's almost like the kink equivalent of saying his or her.
Yeah.
Okay.
So does your family know about what you do?
Mm-hmm. Yes, they do. Yes.
And
the only person in my family that does not know would be my grandmother.
Yeah. And is your family cool with it, or how did they react when you first told them?
Oh, my parents didn't care.
Okay.
No, there was absolutely no issue with that. If anything, they're kind of like, well, we expected something strange out of you at some point in time.
Have they seen your website?
Actually, yes, they have.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah, I could if that was my website. I could. Well, I could. Yeah, I could.
That'd be
I
tough.
could show my parents.
Dude, first
Not
of all,
my parents.
Your parents would flip out, bro.
I would be disowned.
You would, but you're pretty much. I mean, you're on your own anyway.
Yeah, but you know,
I
it
have
still makes you feel
very
bad.
understanding parents. I also have very young parents, so they're open-minded as well. So, and actually, I have been privy to some conversations between my parents that actually involves kink. So there's a possibility that I'm not the only kinky person in my family.
Well, there's open-minded, and then there's like open-minded, like your parents. Like your parents are like open-minded because this even like a parent, if they're 18 right now, and they're a parent, they'd probably not be cool with their kids doing this. You know, I wouldn't think. You know.
Well, it's not like, you know, when I told my mom that I was doing this, she's like, hey, can I get in on it too? You know, it wasn't at that level.
Hey, Dad, your little girl is sticking her whole foot up some stranger's asshole. Has he seen that picture, by the way? Oh, my God. There's a picture of you and a video. Okay, Miss Kayla has her whole foot entire. And you wear a size 10, I read, right?
Yes, I'm a size 10.
Dizzle wears a size 10 and a half.
You're a guy.
Well, I'm a 10 in women.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
So,
God damn.
I'm an idiot. So you, this is a video on MissKayla.net. If you and listeners, if you're into seeing this, she's got some good videos of. I think she's like 3 or 4 of those. Clipsforsale.com. There we go. Buy them from Miss Kayla if you want to see that. So she. Tell me if I'm describing this right. So you start with your toes, right? And I didn't get to see the whole video. I just saw like a screenshot, like one of those GIFs, animated GIFs. But your description was...
Did you really just say GIF?
Yeah. Are you in high school?
It's a GIF. That's how you pronounce it. GIF.
Are you
GIF.
waiting for your porn to download like one picture per 10 minutes or
Well,
something?
I mean, I didn't want to spend $34.95 on a clip.
Why? Who says GIFs these? I mean, who says GIFs these days? Or
What
GIFs?
is it?
I say GIF.
It's GIF?
GIFs.
Okay.
I say GIF. I don't really give a
What's
shit
the
what you say,
male?
but I say
The
GIF.
male GIF is the GIF. The female is a GIF. So yeah. Okay, tell me if I don't know if I read this wrong, but so your feet start in there, then you have your entire foot up some guy's asshole.
Only up to like about the heel.
The heel.
You know,
So
if you were to point your toe where the heel
This
and
is
the
the heel,
ankle
bro.
meet, that was a little bit too big for him, so we couldn't get past that point. But everything in front of that on my foot, he was
Only
able to.
okay, so only the heel. Yeah, I'm not talking about the whole leg. That's pretty much the whole foot, the toe to the heel.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure she's
And
like
it's wide.
streamlining her toes. It's not like she's jacking her toes up and then just going in
But
like that.
that's an enormous thing up your ass. And are these like gay guys or straight guys doing this?
My clients, I haven't seen anybody who identifies as straight out gay. My clients are generally straight or bi/bi-curious.
And is
Are
this
they-
like
they're
a
definitely foot curious?
yeah? But is this a regular thing, the foot up the ass, or is this like special requests?
No, not everybody is into having a foot up their ass.
Yeah. So I mean, what percent are we talking about?
Well, if you didn't want the foot up your ass, it's pretty easy to get it out, I guess, right?
Like that's usually an insult. I'm gonna stick my foot so far up your ass, but to you, it's more like that's an offering on your menu of things you can do.
You make it sound like she's got this menu, dude.
She does have a menu.
She doesn't have a menu. Would
Okay,
you like a
let me read
small
part
or
of her
regular
menu.
foot
So-
up your ass?
Some of the stuff on her menu is like ball busting.
Oh, I saw that part.
Yeah, what is ball busting? Because I've seen videos, and this I thought this was fake because I saw a video on the internet like this, and it's usually fat guys, right? He's spread eagle, like he's standing up, but like his arms are tied by handcuffs, and his legs are spread, and a chick is kicking him in the ball sack as hard as she can. And
That would be ball busting.
he's taking it, like, and every now and then he might like let out a little bit of pain, but I would be on the floor. Okay, how are these guys not on the floor just writhing in pain? I'm sure some of your clients do that, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you're watching a video, there's no telling what's going on. You said the guy was fat. maybe she's not even really making contact with his balls. Maybe her foot is getting caught up in his crotch pudge, so he's not even really feeling the entire impact of the kick. Who knows? But in real life, yes, when I have done ball busting sessions, I have had guys on the floor. That is correct. And then when they get done writhing in pain and moaning and groaning and clutching their stomach, then they stand up and they're ready for the next kick.
I can just see me doing that because I know what's happened when I barely get tapped.
Dude.
Can I give you a tip coming from a man, like what hurts the most? Don't kick them. Do like a flat open palm to the balls. That's the worst. Like you barely have to smack them.
I do that too.
So you figure that one out, right? And you're a strong chick. I mean, I've seen your pictures. You're very muscular, and you even say like you're super strong.
No, she's a weightlifter. Hold on. Did you? What did you squat and what did you bench?
She's putting some torque behind that kick.
Hold on. What did you squat and what did you bench back in the day?
My bench is 185. My squat is 308, and my deadlift is 407.
What? 308. She beat me on everything but the bench.
My lifts are in kilos, so transferred over into pounds.
God.
Get some wacky numbers.
Wait, you said 180 kilos?
No, 180 pounds.
Bench?
Oh, okay.
When I lift, when I compete, it's always in kilos.
Okay.
And so when you translate it over to pounds, you get weird numbers like 407.
Oh, okay.
That's all that I'm saying. So the numbers that I gave you are in pounds.
Okay. Well, I can beat her in
185 bench, 308 squat, 407 deadlift.
She beat me on the squat and the deadlift.
407 deadlift?
I can bench more than her, though. I'm proud of that.
Dude, she could deadlift you and kick you in the nuts really hard.
Right. If she gets those feet involved, I'm fucked. I'll have to bench her. That's about all I can do. So when you kick these guys in the balls, right, how do you know how hard you can kick them without just smashing their testicles? And they're in the hospital.
Despite what you may think, everything that I do requires X amount of technique. You don't just walk up to a guy and just kick him in the balls.
You have a waiver, right? Right? You must have like a release form or something.
She does
sign
like
this
a crow cop
because I might blow your testicles
I
apart.
What's called risk-aware consensual kink. If you look at other websites, you'll see some people refer to themselves as being SSC, which is safe, sane, and consensual. And that was kind of like the kinky person's motto for a really long time. But people have branched off from that line of thinking because safe and sane are objective.
She probably
not objective.
No, do you ever get bored and like do like the Karate Kid crane kick to the nuts, stuff like that? Do you ever do like funky stuff just like to make yourself laugh? Because it's got to be funny sometimes just humiliating these guys.
Sometimes I do things that's funny, but no, not Karate Kid style kicks to the nuts. No.
Yeah. Hey, Metalhead. Metalhead. Oh, I think he's re-logging in. So yeah. So have you ever had a guy that you keep kicking in the balls and he's just taking it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Of course.
Maybe he doesn't have any balls left, bro.
Ball busting.
Yeah, so why, okay, I can't figure out why these guys want this done. Like, what is it that somebody wants to be humiliated, beat up, kicked in the balls, like, and it's a sexual thing. What is going on there?
Well, you have to understand everybody's wired a little bit differently in regards to what they're sexually aroused by. Not every person is aroused by standard penis and vagina sex. Some people are turned on by being put in restraint. Some people are turned on by having pain inflicted on them. Some people are turned on by being humiliated. I don't like to psychoanalyze my clients and try and figure out, well, why do you like what you like? I kind of don't care, to be quite honest.
I would love to interview one of these guys just to figure out what is going on.
That's like, it's like a parent looking back at his child like, I know Jimmy was fucked up when I found out that Timmy kicked him in the nuts and had his foot up his ass. That was it,
I've heard, like, the guys that like to go to Dominatrix, they're usually in very powerful positions. Like, they might be a manager of an entire company, and they got to keep it running check, or they're a prison warden. So they have to have this constant role of being the guy that's the boss, to where it's like a release to them having somebody just dominate them like they're doing to people all day.
Oh, wait, you know this?
No, I've read that in a lot of places. Like, that's the guys that like, when you meet a guy that likes to go to dominate, in real life, they're this tough guy, They might be like
I thought they were like
guy
wussies,
high up in
dude.
the army. No, it's the total opposite, I've read. They might be a CEO at a company.
You ask her?
What you're talking about is very common. Most of my clients do have positions of power, but not everybody. But it is a very common phenomenon. If you're in a position of power all day long, yes, it is nice to hand over the reins to somebody else and let somebody else take control. Mm-hmm.
Metalhead, you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
You got anything? You got anything to ask Miss Kayla?
Oh no, nothing. I'm just like listening to the stories, just listening to you guys. And
okay, well, if you have anything to
story.
chime in, make sure you don't.
Hey, Miss Kayla, do you think Metalhead sounds sexy?
No, not really.
Would you hook him up with a free footing session, or he'll pay? We'll pay for it. Actually, we'll pay for a footing session. Yeah, Metalhead, you know what footing is?
Yeah, like that's where like they tease you with the foot, right?
No, they don't tickle you. She sticks her whole foot up your ass, like completely up to the heel.
Why the hell would you want to pay for that anyway? Right? No.
You could come and find out.
Hey, Miss Kayla, I have a question for you. This is bona fide.
Yes?
Because it was all, when we're talking about that ball busting thing, there was also something around there saying that you actually do this thing called toilet training. What is this thing called toilet training? Explain that.
And can you babysit my daughter? We're looking for.
No.
She needs toilet training.
No, children. I do not like children whatsoever. You're on your own with that.
Yeah, what is this toilet training?
Tell us about this toilet training. What is that as, like, in a kinky kind of way? What is it?
Training somebody to be a toilet.
What?
Tread carefully with the next question you ask.
Okay.
She knows exactly what we're going to ask. Okay.
You know what?
Wow.
I actually read something on. What was it? I was reading that there were 3 options that you give people: brown, golden, and red, and you don't even explain that. You're like, toilet training, brown, golden, or red.
Pretty sure we can figure that out,
I know what golden is. I know what brown
sure
is.
we can figure that out,
if
bro.
I have to explain it to you.
Okay,
Yeah.
golden is you pee on people, right?
You're an idiot, dude. You know what she's going to say.
Brown is you.
Of course. Brown is where they do a number 2 on it, and red is where where the blood comes out of your ass.
Okay. Out of your ass? Is that true,
Yep.
or is that a period blood?
Let's let Kayla.
I really like. It's not a period, nothing. It's just like suppose that thing. That's where like the dominatrix.
You can't let blood come out your ass on command, Metalhead.
No.
Yeah, what is the red?
I am a woman.
I knew it.
I am a woman who menstruates every
Okay.
month. You tell me what you think that red is.
Okay, that's what I thought. So okay, so how common is this toilet training thing?
Toilet training is actually very common. Jesus Christ, very, very common.
And is brown more common than the golden? I would think golden is more common.
No, it kind of goes in order from most popular to least popular, in my experience. Golden, brown, red.
Okay.
That's about what I would thought it would be, too.
I would think brown is like not popular at all. Like who would want like poop on them?
You would be surprised.
And
your kid's piano teacher.
And what are we talking about? Like you just poop in your hands and throw it at them, or like smush it in their face, make them eat it? What are we talking about?
Well, not everybody who's interested in brown showers is interested in full consumption, so not everybody.
There's a term, full consumption.
Yeah.
Honey, we have a really shitty piano teacher. We got to get rid of her.
So what do you like? What is the most common thing you do with brown toilet training?
Using a toilet chair directly into somebody's mouth. That's the most common, but that's what I want.
That's crazy.
Oh.
But then again, you're talking to some people that have very limited knowledge of what you do.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I
Oh my
understand.
God. I'm sorry. The toilet training is just...
So, you obviously do this stuff on the phone too, right? Somehow? Yes?
Actually, I don't really do phone domination sessions. My phone line is mainly for consultations because I don't advertise a telephone number on my website. So if somebody had questions or they wanted to talk to me to make sure I'm a real person, I get that a lot, they can call me and talk to me on my pay-to-talk line.
So you were talking to Metalhead earlier and you said he didn't sound sexy, right?
That is correct.
So you're talking to Dizzle primarily and you're just talking to me bona fide now. What is sexy? Do we have a sexy voice, any one of us?
Yeah, who's sexier, me or Bonafide?
Bonafide.
Oh.
She's right, though. In person, you are sexier.
Ouch.
She's all ripped. You like muscular guys, I bet.
No, she probably doesn't.
Yeah, what do you like in person? Do you even have like a regular relationship ever? I mean, how's it work when you have this kind of work? It's got to be weird, right? It's hard to get a guy, I would assume.
Well, generally, when I'm dating somebody, they know right away who I am and what I do. It's not something that I hide. Years and years ago, I'd date a guy for a little while and then kind of spring that on him later and see what happens. And I learned that's not really the best route to take. So I'm pretty upfront about it, and it hasn't been a problem for a very, very long time. However, I also don't date a lot. That's just my personal preference. Has nothing to do with my job.
Do you have sex a lot, though?
Not really. I don't really have an interest in having sex all that often.
Do you ever get like horny around a client? And I mean, this can't be turning you on, I'm assuming.
Well, the activities that I engage in with my clients, I do find them arousing. Otherwise, I wouldn't do them. I don't offer things that I don't enjoy. So, yeah, when I do sessions, I do get aroused. But does that mean that I'm going to sit on my client's face or I'm going to hop in their lap? No, not at all.
Have you ever?
Not at all.
Have you ever had a client that was like, okay, I want you to just basically kick down my door and say, you're about to get your shit fucked up or something like that?
No.
Yeah. So do they ever do like role things where they want you to play a certain role of something besides the dominatrix? Like, yo, come in and like act like you are the police or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, role play, that's actually not something I really get into. I'm more of a sadist, so I'm all about the physical, the hands-on, the hurting you.
Man.
Role play, like I said, that doesn't really do anything for me. I don't really want to, dress up like your nanny and put you over my knee and thank you. That's just not my thing. It's perfectly okay if that's what you're into, but it's just not my thing.
What about like on the larger side of men? Have you ever dominated somebody that's like a bodybuilder, for example? Someone just giant with an awesome body?
No.
No?
You probably get like the worst bodies ever coming in to see you, right?
I see a lot of guys who sit at desks.
Yeah, these
I'll
guys
just
aren't
leave it
working
at
out.
that.
So if you
Yeah,
had
working
someone
out.
with a good body, would you be more into it maybe?
It would depend on the activities that we're doing, but it's quite possible. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That
and
count.
whenever you're footing a
That
guy,
definitely count.
have you ever caught like a turd on your toe or anything?
No.
No? Okay.
Have you ever injured anybody?
No.
Really?
At least not
Dude, I
to
would
my
think like
knowledge.
one
Never
even.
holds me if I have.
Dude, I wouldn't even think one, like not even a swift kick in the nuts for me, but just one like
She can't tell you even if she did, man.
one
That's what
like
she said.
dom tap would like put me out. Like a tiny little dom tap, like a snap with a
It
finger.
would depend
Boom.
on who the dom is.
And are they, like I've heard a lot of these guys with really small penises that come in to dominatrix. I was reading this when I was researching. They want small penis humiliation. Like they want you to just make fun of their penises.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Why? Like if I'm not going to admit to having a small. Okay, I have a small penis. I would not want anybody.
Do you have a small penis?
It's bordering small and huge. It's between small and huge.
The way you stuttered answering my question lets me know that you have a small penis.
Ouch.
But if I might have a small penis.
Is Metalhead giggling in the background?
Metalhead, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just listening, dude.
He's getting his revenge on you, dude. It's,
Yeah.
it's coming right now.
No, so like I would not want any guy to know or anybody to make fun of my penis. Because I've had a girl just kind of mock my penis one time when I whipped it out, and that was the worst thing ever. It's just like, oh.
Why was it so bad?
Because what guy wants to be told, like, your penis is not that big?
Is the essence of who you are in your penis?
No, but you know, as a man, that's... And you're about to have
the
sex.
essence
That's
of
a
who you
big
are is in your
deal.
penis.
So if I had a tiny penis, that would be the... And I'm talking like these guys probably have like nothing almost down there, right? It's just like ball, testicle, skin, and you see like a hole probably peeking out. And they want you to make
fun. Honest and say, actually, no. A lot of guys are just a hair below average.
Average for
they
you.
enjoy small
Average
penis
for USA.
humiliation.
Yeah, average for the USA is 5.6, just so you know.
Oh, I like how you know the 0.6.
Well, he's measured
No, I know
a large sample.
most races just because that thing got tossed around on Facebook a bazillion times, and I got to read it, and it's like, was it Ghana or something was number one? No,
I heard
no.
India has the smallest penises.
No, down at the bottom was like, I swear, it was like Mexico.
I thought it was
and
India.
Japan and stuff like that with like 4.2.
Jeez.
So when you just said Jesus, like that's even bigger than your shit. Come on.
No. That's way smaller.
But no. Oh, I know what it was. It was Congo was the top. It was like 7.2 or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you being a dominatrix, like why don't you elaborate on that? Those are official statistics. What do you see?
Well, most of my guys are white, first of all, so I can't give an accurate answer on everybody, but I would say average 5.5, 6, 6.5.
They're definitely
right
from
in
USA.
there. I would say that's a bulk of what I see.
What about someone like Metalhead? What race is Metalhead, Dizzle?
Mexican.
So elaborate on Mexican people that you have dominated on.
I've never seen anybody who's Mexican.
Mexican guys are not going to go dominatrix, I don't think.
No.
Really?
Are they?
Yeah, because like Mexicans don't believe in like dominatrix.
That's probably not it.
It's like the
Metalhead.
tooth fairy. I've heard black guys don't go either.
Maybe Mexicans don't go
no,
because their penises are too small.
There are black guys who go to DOMs, just like there are Mexicans who go to DOMs. I have not seen any Mexicans, however.
Yeah. So
That's all.
So this small penis humiliation, is there one particularly memorable one where the guy just had nothing down there, like nothing? He's like, make fun of my penis.
I've seen people that have micro penises, but oddly enough, they weren't into small penis humiliation.
Micro.
Yeah.
Look at that word she's using. Micro.
Yeah, describe a micro penis. Is this something you use a microscope
Does this
to
look like
at?
a tiny like
I would say
cocktail weenie or what?
anything under 5 just qualifies as a micro penis.
Oh,
Anything under 5.
No, I'm talking about. I've seen pictures on the internet, like guys, like it's just like a hole. I mean,
Dude, think about how many listeners are going to listen to this and just start busting out laughing. Like,
do you ever kick a
have
micro penis
a
guy in the balls and the penis flies out of there, like it's stuck in there? Because I've heard there's guys that have penises like inside
what?
and it has to come out. Anyways, I'm going way off topic. So you also do medical play, right?
Yes.
What is that? I've seen pictures. You have this guy, a twink, and describe a twink to me, because this guy looked like just a flap of skin hanging onto a giant penis on the picture.
What is going on here? you didn't
A
brief me on
twink
this
is
one.
generally a term to describe a young gay man who typically looks very young but is of age. Usually slight of frame, very lean, young face, like what's his head? This stupid pop star that was spitting on people. He would be
Justin Bieber's a twink?
Yeah. He would be a prime example of a twink. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you were doing medical play on this guy, and you had like...
No, I was doing play piercing on him.
Okay. What is medical play?
Medical play is another umbrella term. It can involve anything from light, like nurse-patient role play, to enemas, to catheters, to rectal exams, saline infusion. Whoa. I mean, it involves a lot of things. It can involve a lot of things, rather.
This is crazy just to even think about this. And I'm just going to say this
guys
openly.
Are turned on
No, I don't know. But this is what's weird. I mean, do you look at people that just like... For me, for example, I'm like, okay, I like my sexual stimulation just like the standard, penis vagina crap, right? But do you look at people like that as like, oh, they're boring now?
No.
Okay.
Everybody likes what they like, and I don't fault anybody for what their interests are. Just because you like, standard penis and vagina sex, hey, that's you. Not everybody likes macaroni and cheese. That's fine. I like macaroni and cheese, though, so...
Yeah.
What about micro macaroni and cheese? No, just kidding.
I'm not into the micro macaroni and cheese.
What's the most messed up request you've gotten that you remember that you're like, well, I cannot do this?
I wouldn't say that I've had something messed up to where I couldn't do it. There were some requests that have definitely been different. For instance, I had somebody contact me recently who has a fetish for puffy coats. So think like, like parkas, like the big poofy down jackets you wear in the wintertime if you live someplace that has winter. He was also very, very interested in being abducted by aliens and raped and impregnated.
Metalhead,
Wow.
does any of this sound appealing to you?
No, not really. Just like, what was kind of weird, just like what you just said right now about the alien thing, about
Not
being
illegal
abducted by
aliens. Don't worry.
Yeah, she's talking about aliens,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Wait, well, I mean, Metalhead, like, would you would never have any use for a dom ever?
No. Well, really, to me, just like to me, I really don't know how to say it, but no, just not really.
You know, if this show was like super huge, like we're gonna get one day, and we build our studio, I'm gonna have like live cameras, and one of the episodes we're gonna have Metalhead like tied up in a chain, and then as the show starts, we just lift the curtain up, and it's gonna be just Metalhead's ass showing, and we can get like Miss Kayla in to just start spanking him. What do you think, Metalhead? Would you be willing to participate in that?
That's crazy, man. That's I don't know, man.
Yeah. So
I don't mind if he's not interested in participating, because I would be more interested in having Bonafide participate.
I would rather
Bonafide. Would you do that?
To get my ass spanked just for the
I'd
fun of it?
rather look. If I was gonna have her to dominate me, I would rather just have her pick up a chair and just hit me on the back with it. All right.
My God.
Yeah.
If we were to blow up right now, and I don't care how many freaking hits or whatever people commented, I would just sit there right there. I would just get on all four and just have her just hit me with the freaking chair on the back.
Would you be clothed or unclothed?
Huh?
Would you have clothes on or not?
The only thing I would have on was just my shorts. That's it.
See, but that wouldn't even turn Kayla on, though. She's got to be kind of turned on, too.
Huh?
Did she?
Like she said, she doesn't get turned on by all the clients, She just goes there and does her job and just makes people happy. Okay?
No, she puts people
No,
in their place.
But she likes to have fun, too.
I
I
don't
bet you
just
she gets...
provide a service to make people happy. I enjoy what I do, but I
See?
enjoy it on different levels. Being aroused, that's like a special level. Not everybody arouses me when I play with them, but I do enjoy everybody that I see.
Now, you say you have like an 80-year-old, you told me in an email, you have an 80-year-old guy you hold like in your house as a sex slave?
No, I don't hold him in my house, and he's not a sex slave. He is my slave, but he's not my sex slave.
So where do you keep this guy, and how did you find him, or how did he find you?
He started off as a client and eventually proved himself, and we wrote up a contract, and we each signed it, and he is now contracted to me for the rest of his days as my slave. He lives by himself. He has his own home, and he has a life, so he does his own thing, but whenever I call on him to do things, he comes to town, he takes care of me, he does whatever it is I need him to do. Maybe I play with him, maybe I punish him, and I send him on his way. When I'm in his city, I will see him. If I need to, sometimes I'll spend the night at his house, like the weekend, and he'll wait on me hand and foot while I'm there. But that's just our relationship. That's how it's set up, because he lives in a different city than I do.
So
I have a feeling like if I had a slave like that, like I wouldn't be calling a slave over just to be like, oh, okay, do all these things. I'd be calling him over for like a Slurpee and some Beanie Weenie or something, just something stupid, just because that's what I like, But can you call him over for like something like, hey, come over and bring me beer?
I'm sure I could if I wanted to, but that's something that's never crossed my mind, calling him up and asking him to drive an hour and a half to 2 hours to bring me beer.
Does he make really good food? Anything really, really good?
Actually, he doesn't really cook, and this is one thing that bothers me about him. I don't understand. How did you get to be so old and you don't really cook? But he had a wife for a long time, so she handled all the cooking. Yeah, he does okay.
I'd be worried
he doesn't have a very broad repertoire when it comes to meals. There's not a lot of things he's good at making, or rather, there's not a lot of things he can make. He makes a few dishes really well.
I'd be afraid to kick an 80-year-old man in the balls.
I don't kick him in the balls.
You'd probably like smash right through his hips or something, break them all. Like you gotta be real careful, dude. They're kind of like when you get 80, dude, you get brittle.
Yeah, she probably can't do much as far as just physically just whipping this guy.
No, actually, he can take a whipping better than guys my own age.
Yikes!
Is he a grandpa? Like, does he have grandchildren? This guy?
Yes, he does actually. Mm-hmm.
Do they know that he's a contracted slave?
No. His family is not. They would not be open to hearing about such things. So our relationship is very private, and we keep it, what we do between the two of us.
It's just so odd that when I hear slave, I just hate that word.
It's funny, like grandpa's a contracted slave.
Yeah, I hate everything to do with that word. Every part of it. It just doesn't. When's the last time you heard slave in society ever? Like ever?
Yeah.
Like current day. Like I don't ever hear it ever.
Yeah.
So that's kind of weird. So you have a contract and 24/7. Like if you're crying and you got some shit you need to take care of, he can come over and stuff.
Well, she's got to be in his town. I think he lives in another city, right?
Yeah, he does live in another city. So we usually plan things out. I don't call him up right now and say, okay, I need you to be here tonight and come do such and such for me. That's not how we operate. Because he lives out of town, we have to plan. So I may save all of my chores throughout the week, like the laundry and whatever else that I don't feel like doing. I say, okay, well, I'm going to call him and have him come down on Friday, and then I'll just have him take care of all of this stuff.
Okay. One of the weirder things I saw on Miss Kayla's website, it was a chastity penis cage. And basically, you know what that is?
I'm trying to figure out what this is, but go ahead and tell me.
It's basically these guys like to have their orgasm or even erections controlled, so she'll attach this to them and lock them up and send them like home. And you got to see one of these things. So it's like a metal thing that, imagine like a metal spiral, kind of like those slinkies.
Okay.
That goes around your penis, but it's bent downwards. And inside of there's a metal tube that goes inside your penis that's bent.
No freaking way, dude.
And then your balls drop through this lock on the bottom,
dude.
and your balls lock, and you can't take that off, so you can't get hard. And you have to pee through this metal rod through your dick.
All right, let's talk to Kayla about it. Yes or no?
I'm not sure whose website he was looking at, but that's certainly not on mine.
No, it was. I just Googled chastity penis cage.
Why are you Googling this?
Because I was like, what is it? What is this thing?
It's a chastity device.
Yeah, we're talking to Kayla about her stuff and her business and her website and all the stuff she wants to promote. And now you're going off on tangents and looking at dick cages.
Look,
dude, what the hell?
This is one of them. Look.
Oh, God dang it. Hold on. I don't even know if I want to see this thing. Hold on.
All right. Just Google images chastity penis cage, and you're going to be
looks like
horrified.
one of those things that beats the eggs. When they want to whisk an egg, it looks like that, except really, really much better material.
But look at that. Your balls get locked in that, and your penis goes through that, and that metal rod goes inside of your penis.
Dude, at that point, I think you realize, I'm kind of fucked up inside if I need this thing shoved up in me, and then oh, dude, that's not right.
And if I ever need to get it off in emergency, I can't. I have to go call Miss Kayla in the middle of the night. Like, hey, I'm in the emergency room, and the emergency doctor wants to know if I got the key. Imagine your locksmith have to work on that in the emergency room. Because Miss Kayla's partying with 80-year-olds, so she's got the key. And you're in surgery for some penis-related issue.
It looks like if you were in that thing, if you had any sort of erection, then you would feel instant pain.
Yeah. Is that basically what that is?
Not pain. You might feel some discomfort because something is restricting your penis's ability to swell and grow larger, but not necessarily pain. And the device that you're looking at, that's one design out of many. Not all chastity devices are made out of metal. Not all chastity devices have a rod that go into the penis. There's some made out of leather. There's some made out of silicone. I mean, yeah, you have some that are made out of metal, but your whatever images you're looking at on Google, you're not looking at enough of them. Chastity is a very enjoyable
That's your
activity.
homework tomorrow, bro. You got to look up a lot
I'm
of
gonna
these
research
Google
chastity
images.
penis cage and then
You
order
better be
one
an-
off Amazon.
You better be an expert on this shit.
Can I order those off Amazon.com? If you do, go to the mensview.com on the right-hand side. Just type in chastity penis cage and order it off our website.
If
we
you
get
wanna
a
order
small
one.
cut. Yeah, it helps pay for the show.
And we promise if you order a micro one that we won't say like someone ordered a micro one and they live in this freaking town and
Yeah, we do get to see what you buy, but we will. It doesn't tell us who buys it, so we might read it. Just we won't know who bought it.
I got a question for Miss Kayla real quick.
Yes?
Did you ever have a client or an experience that you were just like, oh, you were so into it that you can't, like you would almost look forward to that client all the time, every single time?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
And I guess it was
had-
a white dude, I guess?
Was he a good-looking guy? Was that the deal, or was he one of the same like office bodies?
Actually, in these cases, it really didn't have anything to do with their looks. They were decent-looking guys. Like, if I had met them under different circumstances and they asked me out for a drink, I would consider saying yes. I found them attractive enough,
What
in
was
that
it
regard.
about him, though?
But the chemistry that is present, the energy that is present when we are playing, that can be the biggest aphrodisiac. That can be the thing that arouses me the most. If I feel like we have really, really good chemistry and we're just kind of on the same page with everything that's going on, and I'm pushing your limits and you're taking it and you're pushing yourself to make me happy, that back and forth, it feels amazing.
And
And
did you
she's
ever
getting paid for it. What
did
the
you ever
fuck?
take one of these guys out? Like later on, you kind of called them and took them on a date, or went out, or off work hours, personal, got into it.
Dude, you don't understand.
She has. She's doing it 15 years. She's done it
She
probably
can
a few
probably
times.
get into it whenever she hell she wants to, bro. Like even on the clock, if she wants to.
Yeah, but
I
She
did
works
have
for
one
herself.
client who became a boyfriend.
okay, and that's a big probably no, right? Like normally.
Yeah, it's a conflict of interest. It's kind of like, an attorney dating one of his clients. It is a conflict
How long
of
did that
interest.
last?
We were together, like 3 years?
And did you have to do domination things on him the entire time you were in the relationship?
Well, that was one of our mutual interests, so I
Okay,
didn't
so-
have to do anything.
Right. Okay. So I don't know why. For some reason, I thought like you would just be doing it as kind of like
I'm
work.
picturing out a dude.
But she really does like
No,
dominating.
check
That's
this
like
out.
her sexual turn on.
It's like a dude comes through the door, like, honey, I'm home, puts the briefcase down, gets kicked in the nuts. It's like before dinner, like instant pain.
And he gets off of work and she's just like comes through on a rope, dude. Like swings through the door into his nuts.
Okay. It's probably not like that, but yeah.
Yeah.
But no, BDSM, that is my personal turn on. That is something that I am into in my personal life, and it's something that I do as a job. So for me, it's both.
Well, do you think you could demonstrate on Metalhead real quick?
Wait, do you think
kind of how it works?
I did have a question real quick. Do you think you can tell a lot about someone from their voice? Because you've done this a fair amount of times.
No, that's not really a talent, I would say, that I have, because voices can be misleading.
Well, she could tell
What-
you're better looking than me.
So
right away.
no, hold on. Let me ask her a question, man. Like, what do you think Dizzle looks like, for example? If you just had to take a wild guess, what do you think he looks like?
I already know what he looks like.
Okay.
How do you know what I look like?
I've seen your picture.
Oh, great.
All right.
That's why she already
Wait,
knows
hold on,
right
hold on.
away who's
Have
the
you
better
seen
looking
Have
guy.
you seen my picture then?
Actually, if I have, I don't remember.
Ooh. Insult.
Let's just say he has a
No,
workout
not saying
channel.
that you're not memorable. It's just that I specifically remember seeing someone that at least I believe to be Dizzle. Because Dizzle, aren't you Indian or
Yeah,
something?
I have
or
better
Puerto
pictures
Rican?
on my personal Facebook. If
Yeah. So I've seen what you look like, but I don't think I've seen what the rest of you look like.
Yeah. Well, he's about to start like a bodybuilding channel on YouTube, so you can figure out what he looks like.
Well, I heard you talking about the gym earlier before I called in. I heard you talking about working out and whatnot, and so I was pretty interested to hear where that conversation went to find out which one of you is actually serious about training.
Oh, I am actually starting a new workout plan. It's actually a meal plan because my meals are always bad. Plan. Well, I'm serious about it this time.
You were serious about it every week that I've done the show.
This time it's for real. I'm telling you, bro.
What is this
wait till you see a picture of me whenever I hit
I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying you jump from plan to plan to plan.
Yeah, this time it's for real, bro.
Plan?
This time it's just, okay, I've figured out just to make my meals in advance. That was my weak point. Just I didn't have time to eat.
That's your plan?
Yeah.
That's actually, that's a large part of the battle right there.
Yeah, so now I have massive amounts of protein ingested all day long. To where before I was just very iffy with what I would eat. Like I knew what to eat, but maybe 2 days a week I'd be on point, and it was only on point like 80%. I've been on point like 98% for 2 weeks now.
Because you've been making your meals in advance.
Yeah, and that's the toughest part is just the time.
It really is, and it makes all the difference.
Yeah,
because you eat crap. There's times when you don't have anything ready to go. Oh, I don't have anything I can just throw in the microwave or heat up, or oh, I don't feel like cooking when I get home, so I'm going to just hit a drive-through. Yeah, having the meals made in advance, that's, like I said, that's a large part of the battle right
and
there.
And you might like this, because I don't know, do you travel a lot for your line of work?
I travel in spurts.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I
did an East Coast trip a couple weeks ago and went to Washington, D.C. and Philly and Boston.
Just for a client? Just for clients?
For appointments, yes.
Wow.
For appointments.
So you just advertise ahead of time, like through your following on Twitter or your website, et cetera, right?
Mm-hmm.
That you're going to be at these places?
Kicking nuts in D.C. this weekend.
Correct. That's correct. And people from those areas will generally contact me and fill out my application form. And if I find them to be suitable, then, I'll let them go ahead and make an appointment. And we'll talk about, me getting out to their area. If there's somebody, if they're out of state, out of the area.
Miss Kayla, do you ever, get asked out, when you go, I don't know, shopping or grocery shopping or something? Do you ever get asked out for dates and stuff?
I mean, I have, yeah. It happens. Not something that I would say happens often, and I am happy about that, actually.
But when you go on, a date with, a normal person that's not a client, for example, and has no idea what you do, do you kind of, okay, we're on the first date, you have to just tell them immediately, or do you kind of wait down the road, or what is it? How do you do it?
The first date, probably not. Just because the first date could very well be the only date. And if it ends up being the only date, then I'm not going to tell you all my business.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
that's a good way to look at it.
That is a good way to look at it.
I would be the same way.
But if a first date eventually rolls into fourth, fifth, sixth date, then we do need to have a talk. You need to know about what I do for a living, and if it's something you're going to have a problem with, then we need to cut off the dating right here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I've been using this thing for getting my eating better. I was going to tell Miss Kayla about it. It's called Six-Pack Bags. You can get it at sixpackbags.com. And it's
I've seen those. I actually want one.
Yeah, they're great. Get the smaller one. I got the big, huge one. I never end up filling it up, and it literally looks like I'm walking in with a suitcase to go traveling somewhere.
Yeah, because doesn't it have pockets for the shaker cup?
Oh, it's got
and
everything.
Then
it's amazing.
Your Tupperware containers and supplements. I mean, isn't it just pretty?
It's even got spaces for your peas and carrots.
Yeah, it's got spots for your vitamins. It's awesome. I love it.
How much was that bag?
It was you can, if you just Google for the coupon code, I think you get $20 off. It was.
How much was it?
It was a little over $100 with shipping and tax.
You just made someone really rich.
But the small one is like $70.
Dang, man.
$70 for the small one. It's worth it.
I look at that thing. No offense. I mean, okay, I see how I can
totally
help people.
Me, bro. Totally.
I don't get it, dude. I'm sorry. It's like taking 6 lunch kits and strapping them together with tape. That's basically what that thing is.
Just trust me.
Insulated tape.
And on the side of the tape, there's a holder for a shaker.
It's helped me out.
So what are you doing besides the prepping your meals in advance, though? The eating, that's just one part of the equation.
Well, my workouts have always been good. It's just and another thing I got to get fixed is my sleep. I don't get a lot of sleep.
Your sleep sucks.
Oh.
So I got to wake up early, and then I sleep late usually. So I'm only getting like 5 to 6 hours of sleep. So that is the next thing I need to fix.
Yeah, I would say so. Are you trying to lose weight?
No,
I'm trying to put on some
I'm trying to
mass?
put 20 pounds of muscle on.
He's trying to get really ripped because people when he was younger picked on him.
Yeah, so
You need to start sleeping a whole lot more.
So is sleep just
A lot more.
So sleep is like a big deal, huh?
Muscles grow in sleep.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So that's what I was doing before. I was just lifting really heavy, and I was just breaking down my muscle because I wasn't eating good and I wasn't sleeping. So I was just constantly breaking down my muscle.
Bro. I keep telling you the right sleep.
It's the right sleep.
Because people can have 8 hours, but if you're waking up every 2, that's not the right
my
sleep.
problem. I don't get good sleep either.
You need
I'm
to have
always
the right
waking up.
sleep. That means not looking at iPads before you go to bed, not listening to shit on the TV. Not even. They say the best way to fall asleep, honestly, is to clear your mind and maybe read a book.
You know what? The best way for me to fall asleep, I just put on some heavy metal music and I just sleep, and that's it, man. I sleep good.
Yeah, but your body doesn't look that great.
Yeah, but you know what? That's why I'm working on it. Okay. That's why.
And your meal is like chicken nuggets, bro. Like.
But see. Okay, look. We all have a problem. Okay. Even I myself. Okay. Because see, the problem is, I really do want to just get back in shape. You know, because right now I think the last time I weighed myself, I was about like 230. You know, because
How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
He has no muscle on him.
No, she's thinking something else. She's a dom, bro. She's probably thinking can I dom this fool?
Yeah, because like back then, like when I was training in wrestling, like when I used to train all the time, and before like this job got in my way, I used to do like a lot of cardio. But the thing was just like I remember one time when I went from 235 all the way to 215, and I know that I really do want to get back in shape, but the problem is I know that's hard. It's like what she was saying. It's like the food, because sometimes it's like that food, like it's hard, like just to let it go.
Yeah.
But
the other day you didn't even eat any food, so you let go of even the food.
But the main thing, what I'm doing is I'm just like setting a goal and saying that that I can do it. Like my main goal is just to get back like a certain weight, because really the really weight that I want to get back into is 200 pounds.
Do you think you're going to get to be 200 pounds eating chicken nuggets?
No, I'm not. Look. First of all, I don't need all that. I don't need all the time. Okay. I don't need all the time, but I just, But I try to eat something else. Sometimes, like I'll come home and I want to try to like eat more healthier. Because see now like I started reading about juicing, and supposedly they say juicing helps, helps out a lot. So. I haven't tried it yet, but, I was just maybe thinking about doing that.
The juicing actually removes some beneficial parts of the fruits and vegetables. I would actually suggest just making smoothies, throwing everything in a blender and drinking it that way.
Such a waste, that juicing. It's like you're throwing away like 98% of what you bought in the trash.
Hey, Kayla, have you had any people had sexual desires to like be fed food, like force-fed food?
Yes.
Metalhead, this is exactly what you need.
What?
He'll be like,
yes.
That's called a feeder-feedee fetish. The feeder is the person that's doing, they're the ones providing the food. And the feedee is the person that's being fed.
See, Metalhead needs 6 appointments a day.
Dude,
now.
he's just going to want chicken nuggets like fed to him all day.
That's better than him sleeping through the chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
He needs to he slept through an entire day and didn't have any food yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Metalhead, do you think you can handle being dominated?
Of course, man. I can handle it, dude. Man, dude, I'm a wrestler, dude. I've gotten hit in the chair with the head.
I've gotten hit chair with a freaking.
What was that?
He's
You
been
got
hit
hit in
in
the
the-
chair with a head? What?
No. Well, I've got hit in the chair. I've got hit with a
Yeah,
chair.
you got hit with something, I can tell.
Okay, I got hit. Okay, but yeah, of course I can handle it. Big deal. What's the big deal, man? It's all whips and chains.
Hey, Kayla, do you think you could oblige us and be nice enough to dominate metal on the phone, see if he can handle it?
Wait, hold it right there, Dizzle. First of all, that's one of the most stupidest things that I've ever heard, okay? Because, I've seen all this dominatrix shit and everything, and I've never heard a woman or a professional dominatrix that ever says that, or anybody out there in the world.
Why are we letting him talk so long? I just want to know, why are we letting him talk so long?
He's trying to get a point.
Is this a Metalhead show?
No,
You
he's
gonna
trying to
take
get.
that?
Who's running this show?
Metalhead.
Is it him?
You gonna take that, man? She's talking trash to you.
No. First of all, this is the men's view, okay? This is the men's view, and like we're all okay.
And
what?
It's the men's view, so
I can do whatever I want.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Chicken Nuggets. 230 pounds of chicken nuggets. You do whatever you want. You let me know how that works out for you.
Okay. Come back in about 3 months, and I'll give the results.
What results of your chicken nugget diet?
You're very fun.
I'm just curious. What else do you eat?
You're
What
very-
else? What else do you eat? All I've heard about is chicken nuggets. What else do you eat?
Well,
You're trying to lose weight and everything.
Well, if these bozo clowns will let me finish talking, then I could tell you,
They'll let you finish.
Yeah. Make sure that ball sack, teabag heart, and shit-faced cockmaster let me finish my conversations. And, the thing is that I usually eat anything. Just like when I wake up.
Anything?
Yeah, just,
Anything, really?
Not
Remember
that.
what we were talking about earlier?
No. I'm not talking about that, okay? I'm talking about food, all right? I'm talking about food, all right? I'm talking about, just food, okay? But I am in the process of just changing my diet. That's what I want to do. I really just want to just do this, because...
Okay, I hear you, but how? I'm just asking for details. I want to hear your plan.
Well, what I plan to do is I just want to, when I got time, just get up and just go to the store, get the healthy foods, come back home, just cook them, eat them, and try to go to the gym at least 2 days a week or 3 days a week and just work out. That's it. That's my plan.
I think your plan is shitty.
Do you think? Wait, hold on, Kayla. Do you think? If you had to say Metalhead's acting like a bitch or a man, what would you say at this point?
He's not acting like either, to be quite honest, because if he was a bitch, I'd be interested in him, and if he was a man, I'd also be interested in him. And I'm not particularly interested in him at all. So it's a tough one.
So what category? What would you call Metalhead? Now that you know a little bit about Metalhead, what would you call Metalhead then? If he's not a bitch, he's not a man. What is he?
Average.
Metalhead is average, guys.
He's average. He's somebody that I would gloss over on a day-to-day basis. Like he just wouldn't even register. It wouldn't be a blip on my radar at all. See, if you're a bitch or a man, you're at one end of the spectrum or the other. You're an extreme. So I'm going to notice you. When you're average and you're kind of floating around somewhere in the middle, no, those are people I don't notice.
I hope I'm a man. At least on air.
So that's what I think of Metalhead. He's just somewhere in between, and that's that.
What do you got to say about that, Metalhead?
Honestly, nothing. It just, I don't give a shit what people say about me. I don't really give a shit.
Okay.
And that's good. You shouldn't give a shit.
I think we took a harsh talking metalhead down to like a very soft voice metalhead. I think you might have dominated him.
No. No, first of all, I don't let no.
Dude, hold on. I think you got dominated. No. Honestly, you were shouting before, and now you're all calm. Now you're all calm.
It's Cockmaster. Let me just tell you something, okay? I don't let nobody dominate me, okay?
Can you make your point without calling your co-host name?
I don't care what people say. I don't give a fuck, okay?
But you're only raising your voice after I made it noticeable that you were calm. So I honestly, Dizzle, I think he got dominated.
Yeah, I get a feeling Miss Kayla dominates guys more in a psychological way. I was figuring she'd be like screaming at him.
I think she got him. No, she got him with the chicken nuggets and you're the average dude, and that was it. That was like 3 counts on the mat. You're fucked. Yeah,
I haven't heard Metalhead so calm before.
He's like a summer breeze.
Yeah.
He's like a Febreze sheet that you throw in the freaking dryer, you know. Like that's gonna make it smell better, you know.
Yeah. But your assessment of me is correct. I do dominate more on a psychological level. I'm not yelling, screaming, call you, a dozen different dirty names that don't mean anything. That's not my style.
Yeah. That's when you know that you've been dominated, when you start resorting to like cocksucker, bitch, fucker. You know, like. You realize like something happened. I think that's what happened. Well, cool.
And that's why I said, can you make your point without calling your co-host name?
Yeah, I think he got dominated. It's official. He got one today.
Yeah.
Man, he's going to probably have some bad nightmares. Yeah, he's about to go to bed.
He's going to go right now. Is McDonald's open right now? He's going to get him some chicken nuggets and cry himself to sleep.
Oh, maybe he'll get the 50-piece bucket.
No, he won't do that. He's probably just going to sleep and then wake up tomorrow. There is that 1%. Dude, hold on. There's that 1% of me that knows that if someone wants it that bad... No, hold on. There's like that 1%. If someone wants it that bad, he might be able to work out enough and get his meals in check and come down here to Austin and kick our asses, like just for like making fun of him so much.
I would keep it under 1%. It's not going to happen.
But you know what I'm saying? People are capable of that much change.
Yeah.
You know? He could do it. I don't think he will, but...
Well, hey, Miss Kayla, thank you so much for coming on the show.
No problem.
Again, I want to give out Miss Kayla's website. It's misskayla.net. And is that the best way to reach you if somebody wants to take advantage of your services?
Yes. Reaching out to me through my website is the preferred method of contact. If you just want to say hello or just general chit-chat, you can reach out to me via Twitter. But if you're interested in setting up an appointment, then yes, the website. You have to go through the website.
And she's strict Miss K, strict MISSK on Twitter. And you travel anywhere for a customer, right? If they pay.
Not anywhere. Right. I have limits.
Yeah. Well, we got fans all over, so just email her. Check out her website. If you like her, you can.
I gotta say, you're the coolest. You're the coolest Dom I know, but you're also the only Dom I know.
That's usually how it goes.
All right, Miss Kayla. Well, we're gonna let you go. Thank you so much for calling the show.
Yeah, that was cool.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Metalhead.
I'm here.
Man, what'd you think, man? I'm sorry. We didn't mean to get her to dominate you. I mean, is that something you'd be interested in?
First of all, it's like this, dude. I don't give a shit, man, what fucking people say, dude, okay? Because this is the fucking men's view, okay? This is X-rated style, man, okay?
Why you keep saying that?
I'm telling you, I don't give a fuck, okay? But let me give you my opinion on Dominatrix, dude. To me, it don't bother me at all, dude. Because, hey, man, how can I say it? I'm not going to lie. If there was a hot girl that came up to me right now wearing that dominatrix uniform, wanted to dominate me, yeah, I'll take it. What's wrong with that?
You know what?
But when you say you'll take it, are you talking about taking the foot in your ass and all that stuff, or kicking the nuts, or what?
The only thing I would probably take is just the whips, dude. That's it. So that's how far.
That's where you draw the line.
Right? I got an email from a chick while you're on vacation, and let me see what her name is.
Me?
No.
Well, who was on vacation?
When Bonafide was on vacation.
Okay, what did it say?
And it's a chick from. God,
Don't get too specific. We don't want to be, unless it's a bad thing. You know what I'm
I lost a piece of paper that had her email on there.
Don't
But
read the email,
basically, she met Metalhead at the Ozzy concert that you went to.
Huh?
And she wants to be that Metalhead went to. He went to an Ozzy concert, and she wants to come on the show now.
Seriously?
Yep.
And her name is Metal Jane, dude. She's
Shut
way
up.
into metal. Yeah, yeah.
Shut the fuck
She's got
up.
like Ozzy tattooed on her hands.
Metalhead, how'd you meet this girl?
Well, you really want to know?
Yeah, but don't fucking lie to us, man. Tell us how you really met her.
Okay, then. Well, then, like, look. The thing was just like when I was right there at the show, I was just right there just watching the show, and all of a sudden, like she came up to me.
No way. No way.
For real.
I'm showing Bonafide.
I just saw the
picture.
picture. It's not. I mean,
she's got Ozzy tattooed on her
how
hands.
old is Metal Jane? Metalhead.
She looks a little older.
I didn't really get her number.
Is she a Hispanic girl? She looks Hispanic.
Yeah, she's Hispanic.
Her email said, "You rock, dude. Remember me. I'll never forget you. You were so damn good that night." What does that mean?
I don't know, man. I guess like she liked me, dude. I guess I don't know what I did, dude.
you
I
have
just
sex
talked
with
to
her?
normally.
Did you take her home after a concert?
No, I didn't take her home.
Oh.
No. Look, the story goes is that she came up to me, and I guess like she was kind of drunk because she was drinking a couple of beers, and like we're right there just like jamming, like just watching the show, and like me and her, like she kept coming back to me, and like I remember like when Iron Man when Ozzy started playing Iron Man, me and her started singing along the song, like the lyrics. And then, like, after that, me and her started singing NIB together. And that's when I started asking her, I said, hey, well, like, what's your name? And, she told me her name. And, well, make the long story short, I told her, I said, hey, well, look, me and my buddies, we got a radio talk show that we do, like, on the internet. She said, oh, really? She said, what's it called? And I said, it's called The Guy Spot. But we're going to change it to the Men's View. She said, oh, really? I said, yeah. I told her, I said, look, we got a website. It's called The Guy Spot, one word, guyspot.com. And we have an email, the show at theguyspot.com.
Anyway, she's going to be coming on the show here soon, hopefully. We're trying to get her on, figure out what's going on.
It sounds like she's going to be on, but Metalhead, you better be here when she's here, man.
Oh, yeah, trust me, dude. I am. No, because, look, I told her, I said, look, I'm looking for a metalhead chick that loves heavy metal music, that's fucking just, I mean, this girl, she's 100% ready to be on the show because this girl's 100% pure metal.
You know what I found out about Metalhead recently?
Will Metalhead even date this chick? Metalhead, would you even date this girl?
Yeah, hell yeah, I would.
Okay, so she's like hot like that then, right?
No, she was hot because that day of the show, she wore like some black leather boots, some of those little sexy boots. She wore like a little short skirt, and she had like a big long trench coat, like one of those trench coats. And she wore like a low tank top shirt, hot. Dude. And I mean, like, she was just beautiful, man, you know?
Lost me in trench coat, bro.
She had a shotgun underneath.
But speaking of metal, too, Metalhead, I got my first, I'm fixing to do a heavy metal party in 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's going to be DJing. He got his laptop finally.
Oh, yeah? What'd you get? Oh, it doesn't matter. But anyway.
Yeah, what laptop did you get?
I got an Asus brand.
Oh, some of the Asus ones are pretty good, bro.
Yeah.
500 gigabytes, 4 gigs, and, I only use it just for music. That's it. I don't use it for nothing else.
Hey, what did you call us earlier when we were talking to the Dom girl? You'd call us like shit. What did you call me and Dizzle?
Oh, Dizzle was ballsack, teabag, heart, and you were shit-faced cockmaster. Because the thing was, man, because look, guys, you guys.
You know what? Her dominatrix friend is actually calling in right now. That was supposed to call in when she was there. You want to pick up? This chick actually has eating fetishes.
Are you serious or not?
Yeah. Hey, is this Violet Adams?
Hello?
Hey, Violet.
This is Violet Adams.
Hey, sorry.
I didn't ask me to call in.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were just going to call in.
No, because it's really late. Because I'm on the East Coast. So
I
didn't know when
my bad. I thought you were listening in and you were just going to call in. I was waiting for you. It's all right.
Well, I didn't have a prompt. You guys didn't ask any segue questions to bring me up.
But you're here. Let me ask you. You are into I think I was checking out your website. I think this was you. You're into eating kind of play, right? With food and all that.
I'm into a lot of things. BDSM-wise, I like to feed people. I like to eat. I'm also a professional chef, so that helps. So.
And for our listeners, why don't you describe yourself?
Me?
Yeah.
I am 5'4", Caucasian, Portuguese, Italian, American. I have big breasts. I do.
Wow,
big
I like that.
Black porn.
I like that right there.
Metalhead says he likes. What did you say the last part was?
I do XXX porn.
Okay, Metalhead chimed in. He said, "I like that when you said big breasts and XXX."
Oh
porn.
yeah, big breasts. Yeah, that's the most important thing out of this conversation, obviously.
Okay, so that's what Metalhead. He's not there, but then he's there when he hears something he likes. So anyway.
So
He's probably jerking off right now.
Are you Metal?
No, I'm just listening.
He probably just Googled me and he's like, "Oh my God, there's huge tits."
Okay, let me see the picture. I got to see it now.
Yeah, can we just Google you, Violet Adams?
Let's see. Say what?
When I Google Violet Adams and hit Google Images, the first picture is like a black chick in a mugshot.
No. It's 2D. It's like the Addams family.
Oh, okay.
Tell us where your best.
Yeah, did you meet Violet Adams?
Tell us where your best picture is right now.
Oh, there she is. That's her. Ringbellsonline.com.
Let me see.
You got a lot of tattoos, right?
You have a lot of tattoos?
And you're blonde?
I do have quite a few tattoos. I have a Twitter, and I have recent pictures on my Twitter that I sent Miss K, I think, or I might have just randomly posted them.
What's your Twitter in case our fans want to check you out?
It's the Violet Adams.
Okay. And do you have a website for yourself that you want to promote?
I do not have a website on myself. It just costs way too much money. I'm too busy right now.
What about an Instagram or a Facebook?
No, just Twitter.
Just Twitter.
You should have Miss Kayla design your website. I know she designed her own. It's a pretty good website. So
I just don't have the content to put on there, so it would be kind of a waste.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love for her to do that. She'd do a great job, but I'm trying to get down to the Texas area soon so we can shoot some videos together.
Oh my! There's her picture. She's pretty hot. Check it out.
Well, I saw one of the pictures.
Here's another one.
Jesus, man.
So for Metalhead, you got to see Violet, man. She's got great boobs for you. Do you think? Let me ask you this: when you dominate guys, are you kind of like Miss Kayla, where you're real kind of chill and down low about it, and more a psychological thing, or do you just yell at them and scream?
I'm not really a dom. I'm more of a switch.
What is a switch?
But when a switch is when you flip flop between being dominant, dom, and then being submissive.
Jesus,
but with
that just
men,
sounds
I'm more dominant with men. Mostly because I like to have fun and I like to laugh at men. So.
Interesting.
That's what
We're hoping to have somebody come on and just yell at Metalhead and like a dominating, just screaming at him what a loser he is and just dominating him.
I just think that would be really mean. I don't think that would be doming him at all. That would just be really mean. Even though he would deserve it, it would be really mean.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you do this? You do this professionally, right? This is your main source of income?
No, not
she's
at
a
all.
chef.
I cook for a living.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah. Sorry, I misread
So
that.
does anybody in your personal life kind of know what you do? Because I'm looking at your Twitter, and there's pictures of you covered in jizz. On everywhere.
No way.
Yeah. I didn't even know you could tweet pictures like that out.
No way. I got to see this. Hold on.
Yeah, you can. Just, don't report
Here's
them.
one on her butt, and here's one on her face. I didn't know you could tweet stuff like that.
Dude, what kind of Twitter is this?
Well, there's not really any nudity. It's just jizz.
No, there. What do you mean no nudity? There's one like a penis inside your butt. And there's one completely nude standing in front of a mirror. This is nudity.
And a lot of people know what I do. Like all of my friends know. All of my friends.
She works at the Cheesecake Factory,
cool
by the way. Everybody knows.
I do not work at the Cheesecake Factory.
I'm just kidding. Do you work at like a big chain?
French restaurant. So.
Upscale French restaurant, you said?
Yeah.
And people there, like everybody knows what you do.
There's quite a few people at work that know what I do, but some people have really loud mouths, so.
Yeah, I would figure like an upscale French restaurant, they would not be cool with you like having Twitter pictures of like jizz everywhere. You do have some cakes in there, though. You do have some cakes and pastries.
Oh, yeah, no, those were from when I was in school.
This is funny. Like, her Twitter is like half her covered in jizz, and the other half is like these really delicious-looking, like you're looking at one picture, like a penis in her butt, like with jizz on her back, and the next picture is like a cream souffle.
And then it goes to a cat. Then it goes to a cat. Then it's like salmon. It's interesting.
And then
delicious.
It has to be one of the most interesting Twitters I've ever seen.
And then the next picture is her with like enormous breasts. This is the best like Twitter ever. Like, you go between delicious food, cats, and giant breasts. Like everything, like people love on the internet.
Things. So, yeah. So okay. All right, so you know how you're looking at the picture of things in my butt?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I really, really enjoy things in my butt. Like, that's my jam. Like, if I could have one thing sexually for the rest of my life, it would be putting things in my butt. And I'm gonna bring this around, full circle here, because Mistress Kayla totally brought that out in me. Like, I'm really sad she's not on the phone right now. Like, she should call back in.
If she's listening, Mistress Kayla, if you're listening, you know what? Let me see if I can get her back on there.
Okay. Because, I mean, like, she loves putting things in my butt. I like when she puts things in my butt. There's just some, it's good. Like,
Metalhead, would you do that to her?
I was 19 years old, and she's just, like, putting things in my ass. It was fantastic.
How old are you now?
How old am I now?
Yeah.
I am 26.
Okay, so you've been knowing Mistress Kayla since you were 19, like 7 years now.
Yeah, I've known her quite a while. We're pretty decent friends, so I would say very good friends.
So what is it about things in your butt? Is it like a physical sensation that of just like you get when you orgasm, or what is it?
Hello?
By the way, Miss Kayla is on. Sorry, hey, Miss Kayla, we got Violet on. I apologize. I didn't realize I was supposed to prompt her on there. I thought you were just calling in.
That's okay. Hey, Violet, what's up?
Hello.
So,
are you telling butt stories?
For us to talk.
Yeah,
she's on the topic.
I'm waiting for you to get here. So
she's on a butt topic. Let's just preface. Hold on, because Violet was on a butt topic, and she was basically shouting you out. She's shouting you out through that.
She's like, "Oh my God, the best thing ever is Miss Kayla in my butt."
No, Miss Kayla was teaching, like, told her or taught her something about that. That's basically, that's like the craziest shout out I've ever seen, dude.
She probably has, she holds the record for the best anal sex that I've ever had. So, yeah.
Wow.
Do you think that we should tell them the pig leg story?
Ever, dude.
I think so, because I'm pretty infamous, because I've met people in Boston and Seattle who know about the peg leg story.
Wait, are you serious? You never told me that.
I'm serious. I went to an event in Boston last year, and somebody was like, "Oh my God, you're that chick that got that thing in her ass," and I was like, "How do you even know about that?"
Hey, let me ask you this, because you're
it's spread like that. Oh man, okay.
You're in the porn industry currently, right?
Yes. So I've taken time off to go to school, but yes.
So I've heard, like, financially wise, the porn industry has gotten pretty, like, devastated by the internet. Like, since everything's free, like, it's really hard for people to make money in porn at this point. Is that something you've experienced?
I mean, I don't do it for my primary income. People who do it for primary income, they shoot for magazines, they shoot for videos, but they also do, like Miss K said, like clips for sale. A lot of them sell their clothing, their intimate material, like their intimate clothing,
like
for money.
panties and stuff like that.
So
Yeah.
hold on, like take us through this first meeting when you met, when you learned about this like phenomenal butt thing. Like take us through that. What happened?
When we first met?
I think it's Violet was basically shouting you out, saying she taught me about this butt
Right,
insertion stuff.
and
Like, take us through that experience.
We were going to
like,
tell our peg leg story.
What's the peg leg
Which is
story?
way
Jesus.
better.
All right, let's
Yeah,
hear
the
the peg leg
leg
one.
story, it is way better. So, okay, there is a local event that takes place once a month, and it's a giant kink party, and it's held at a swingers club, so there's no alcohol being served. You have to bring it yourself, and so it's anything goes.
Is this in San
Anything
Antonio?
goes. What's that?
What town is this in? Can we
Hey,
say?
now.
Okay, we can't say.
Okay.
It's in Texas. That's all I'll say.
Ah.
Dude, maybe it's in our
believe it or
town.
I actually
bro.
have a buddy that owns a swingers club in Houston.
Oh, it's not Houston.
Okay.
Uh-oh. We're
Wait,
getting closer.
so-
Hey,
okay,
I
so
have a
yeah,
buddy that
if
has
you're-
a swingers club in Dallas.
So anyway,
Just kidding.
so like I said, this event is anything goes. And so Violet and I are there one evening, and we see this guy come in, and he has a peg leg. We met with him later on that night, and it turns out he lost his leg in the Iraq War.
Is this
And
a
so he had
single guy?
What's
He
that?
has-
Is this a single guy?
He has a prosthetic
As far
leg.
as I know, yeah, he was single.
It's like
he
one
didn't
of those
have anybody with
high-tech
him
ones.
that evening.
Is this a high-tech leg, like the new kind, like machinery, it like whizzes and whirls around? Or are we talking like Captain Ahab, the wooden peg leg?
Dude, when she said peg leg, I immediately thought pirates and shit. Dude, I swear.
You have to let me finish describing his leg.
Yeah, please. I want to hear this.
So anyway, so he had a prosthetic leg, and for this particular event, he had fashioned a dildo to the bottom of his leg.
Oh, geez.
So, okay, go ahead and, think pirate with the wooden stump, but only for this guy, it wasn't a wooden stump. It was this giant dildo.
Was this like a completely new contraption, or he added something onto his original leg?
I imagine this was something he rigged up for the evening, so we didn't ask. Didn't ask to see design plans and all that shit. I don't know what he did, but anyway, so he has this peg leg, and Violet sees him, and she says to me, "I want to be fucked by that." And I look at her and I'm like, "Are you serious?" And she's like, "Yes, I want to be fucked by that."
Oh, my
Are you serious?
How
Because you know
big is
that
this
shit
peg leg?
happened.
Hold on, you got to tell us how big. Like, are we talking a Red Bull can, like at the end? Are we talking a Coke can, a can of pork and beans? Are we talking
We're talking like probably as big as your fist.
as big as my what?
'Cause it was really large. It was probably as like make a fist, and probably as big as your fist.
Jeez.
Now, I can't remember this. Did we have, I think we had trouble putting it in your ass, and we eventually had to put it in your pussy instead. Or did we start in your pussy and then we went into your ass? I just remember one hole, it wasn't working, and so we had to do something else.
And do you have an audience at this time? Or is
Actually,
this...
yes, we did. Yes, we're in a club, and so there's a bunch of people around. Anyway, long story short, by the end of the night, yes, she was getting fucked by this guy's peg leg dildo.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, my God.
was
Hey,
full of
ask
blood.
Violet, which hole was it? Which one was the one not working?
Yeah, that's the part I don't remember. I know that we tried both holes, but one of them...
I think it was my ass, but I know we had to like fist me first.
Okay.
To like loosen me up, like not loosen me up, but like like make it so it could possibly. But you have little hands, so
Hands like wasps, though, dude. Hands like wasps.
yeah, exactly. This is true. They hurt quite a bit.
But yeah, so anyway, that's the story. So she got fucked by some guy's peg leg in the middle of this club, and apparently the story has spread even further than around here, where the club is.
So this is like a nationwide.
Boston and Seattle. That's new to me. I didn't realize people knew about
Well, it's worldwide now.
The shit just got
Violet
syndicated,
Adams got fucked by a peg leg in the butt.
I love it. I love things in my ass, so it's okay if everybody knows.
She really, really does. I mean,
you got to recreate that whole peg leg thing for a porn video.
We probably can. I mean, the guy, I have him on my FetLife profile. You have him on your FetLife profile, Violet?
Maybe you should just tweet. Hey, maybe you guys
Maybe
should
he's
just tweet.
listening.
No, maybe you should just tweet him. Hey, you still got that fucking crazy leg?
Oh, I have no idea where he is.
He's kind of like
Twitter.
hanging in a wall.
We don't have
I think he moved back to Colorado.
So
No,
the,
he's
so
in
the
Utah.
crazy fucking legs in Colorado right now. Somewhere in this grand state of Colorado with all this wilderness is a fucking leg with
He's
a huge thing
skiing
at the
down
end
a
of it.
hill right now with the one dildo leg attached to a ski.
This guy. So he's in a state where you can
This
get.
is creative.
Yeah, it sounds pretty creative. Maybe he should have patented it.
Maybe he did. We don't know.
But that's pretty
No
crazy,
idea.
though.
Very cool.
But that's one of our stories. We have others.
So
There's the one time where we brought some boys home and I covered Violet in chocolate frosting and made them eat it off of her because food is one of her big kinks.
that doesn't sound like that bad of a thing, though.
So how do you become one of these boys?
But the average person probably is going to be like, what? I don't know about all that. But it's easy for us to find guys because it's two girls.
Yeah, I
We take
figured.
them home, and then when they learn what we're about, then it's like, oh, wait a minute.
I bet you some guys can't even handle you ladies. It's probably too much for them.
We have another story. Violet, the guy that we invited to leave because he couldn't handle us laughing. Remember that guy?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and we went to, what was it? Would we go to the Olive Garden or something? And we were ball busting him in the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were ball busting him in the middle of dinner.
Yeah. I had you dressed up all slutty, and then I had that little bullet vibrator in you, and I was sitting next to you, and I had the remote, and then he was across from me, and I was fucking around with his nuts under the table with my foot. Yeah. So anyway,
I knew I hated Olive Garden. I knew it.
We bring this guy back home, and Violet and I are playing around, and I'm using my strap-on on her, and yes, I'm fucking her in the ass. And so, we're just having a grand old time, and right now he's just kind of watching. We haven't even let him do anything yet. So I'm fucking Violet in the ass, and she farts, and we start cracking up, because that's just how we are when we're together.
Okay, wait, hold on. Violet didn't probably fart. There's probably just trapped air, right?
Well, whatever.
Yeah,
Was this like a pussy fart that just happens, or Violet's just like, hold on, let's fuck with this
It
guy?
was in my ass. Haven't you ever fucked a girl in the ass? It happens.
I know.
Wait. You probably haven't fucked somebody in the ass.
I've actually tried, and I haven't been able to get it down.
What's that?
I've actually tried, and I haven't been able to be successful. Like, I can't fit it in. But
you can't get it in, or it's not hard enough to go in.
No, it's like I'm too nice. Like the moment the girl starts like feeling some discomfort, I'm like, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, that's not too nice.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck on the fact that it was an Olive Garden.
Maybe one day you'll have the experience of fucking a girl in her ass.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, like not everybody's me where you can just put a little lube and just go for it, because I really like it in the butt, and I'd rather have it in the butt than not have it in the butt. So I'm just ready for anal sex at any point. Say what?
You just like saying in the butt.
Can you imagine?
I do like
can you
saying in the
imagine
butt.
if
It's
you were
one of
the
my
waiter?
favorite things to say.
Oh, so we didn't finish the story. So anyway, like I said, she rips one, and we start cracking up.
At Olive Garden?
No, that was at home.
This guy that's there with us, this guy who is, this young college dude who's got these two, good-looking women who are very open-minded and secure in themselves, having all sorts of fun. He all of a sudden says, "Can you guys stop laughing? Because it's hard for me to stay erect while you're laughing." Mind you, we're not laughing at him. I mean, he just saw what happened. He knows what we're laughing at and could not handle us laughing. And so we said, well, this is how we are when we get together. And if you can't, if that doesn't sit well with you, you can leave. Yeah, I guess you can leave.
So he just picks his clothes up.
He kind of thought about it for a minute or so, and then he's like, okay. And he got up and he left.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm tired of these fucking girls
Violet and I
laughing
were
at
like, what
farts
the
and
hell?
shit.
And then we just went back to playing.
It's like, that's the craziest. Like, he's probably thinking, like, oh man, I'm gonna totally get some, and then one chick farts and the other one's laughing the whole time, and it's like, he's like, what the fuck did I get myself into? This is like what I thought it was gonna be.
Laughing the entire night. You have to understand, I'm not high protocol, so it's not, submissive. You can't look me in the eye and you can't talk to me. No. I'm really, really chill. Like I said, my thing is I'm more of a sadist. So we had a pretty relaxed evening the entire time, even though, I had been playing with the both of them, Violet with the vibrator and this kid's nuts under the table. So all of a sudden...
See, that's where I'm stuck, though. I'm stuck right there. No, I'm stuck.
Nuts.
No. I'm stuck at that point. I'm stuck, like, thinking that this is all happening in an Olive Garden. There's a waiter that comes around and it's like, all right, here's your check or whatever. And
Here's
then
your breadsticks.
Someone's fucking
Would you like
laughing.
some more salad?
Someone's fucking laughing their ass off, and then the other person's hand is jiggling, and then someone's nuts is getting just crushed at the other end of the table. I'm like, this is the most fucked up Olive Garden experience I've ever heard about. It just sounds so hilarious.
Actually,
and he
in the middle of dinner, the waitress came by and she was like, "You guys must be really enjoying your dinner. It looks like
yeah, I remember that.
God, that's insane."
But, I mean, I wasn't so much ball busting him under the table, but I was, massaging his genital region with my foot with a fair amount of
She
pressure.
was destroying his croutons.
All right, ladies. Well, we are getting to the 2-hour plus point on the show, so we're going to have to end it here. Just want to thank you, ladies, for calling in. Sorry, Violet, we couldn't get to you earlier, but our fans can go to @TheVioletAdams. That's Adams with 2 D's. All right, ladies. Thanks a lot.
And don't forget about Miss K.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They already said my stuff earlier.
They can plug you more.
MissKayla.net.
You can plug me more.
We can plug her more.
In your butt.
Violet, do you have a website or anywhere people can go watch your porns?
No, they can. I always post links on my Twitter.
Yeah,
so
just go to her
I can
Twitter.
post
There's
more.
enough nudity in there to last you
Actually,
at least
you
a
can just
couple
Google
beat-off
her
sessions.
name and her clips will come up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can look at her pegleginmybutt.com. That's it. Better look for that domain. Make sure it doesn't get stolen. You can just get it now.
Yeah.
Someone's
I've already
swatting
registered
right
it.
now,
I already
probably.
registered it right now while we were talking.
You're going to have to buy it off Dizzle. He just took it. Thanks, ladies.
All right,
Honestly.
ladies.
You're welcome.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night.
All right, bye. Dude, I feel like I just got dominated.
Yeah.
Okay, we're all silent now.
I couldn't handle that whole if I was at Olive Garden, and I kind of can understand the situation of the guy, because they're 2 dominatrix chicks, so they probably don't give a fuck what the guy's thinking or if he's getting embarrassed. He's probably getting embarrassed, right? He's with these 2 girls and they're farting, and they weren't farting at.
That wasn't there though. That was after.
But if you just meet some girls, right, and you go to Olive Garden's pretty chill. There's like families there, and it's like a quiet kind of crowd.
You can just say it's the
not a
opposite
crowd
of ball busting and dom stuff.
It's not like a what's a restaurant where that kind of be okay, like on a Saturday night, like let's say Taco Bell, or what's the other one I'm thinking of? Like
kidding.
Pancake, IHOP.
No, Waffle fucking
Yeah, Waffle House, IHOP.
that
It would
shithole.
kind of work. If you saw that, it wouldn't be the worst. But at Olive
You're
Garden,
right. IHOP late at night, you might see something like
Yeah.
that. You're right.
But if I was at Olive Garden and I had these 2 like really kind of scantily clad sexy chicks, one's a porn star, like laughing and rubbing my balls on their table, and the waiter's like, "Hey man, you want some extra salad? Like it's unlimited. Like want some more breadsticks?" I'd be like, there'd be some families looking at you, and you'd probably get kicked out at that point.
Because they're like, they've paid their money for their all-you-can-eat breadsticks, and there's a table next to them that's fucking jiggling around genitalia.
Yeah.
And
I don't think I could handle that. I don't think I would have made it to their room.
that dude was getting his breadsticks fucked with. He definitely got his money's worth at Olive Garden. Got his crouton smashed.
But I have a feeling that was probably the situation. He was getting freaked out about that. But hey, you want to do some news before we end the show? I had more topics, but you know what? This show's gone long enough. We had a great show. Thanks. Don't forget MissKayla.net, MissKayla.net, and just search the Violet Adams, ADDAMS, and you'll find her on there.
That's Twitter, right? Or is that?
Well, she's the Violet Adams on Twitter, but if you just search Violet Adams with 2 D's on the Adams, you'll find her. So, you want to see some stuff in the news?
We can. It's up.
Okay, so check this guy out. Right, he's the CEO of AOL. Right, and he's starting a new company, or he has a new company going that does. I don't even know what it's called. It's got some weird name, but it's like a local kind of news thing, right? And he's holding his press conference for him, and this guy's named Tim Armstrong. And in the middle of the press conference, tell me if this is not the most dickish move ever, right? He's basically like berating his employees, and he's like, "Look, I don't give a shit if you like our new product. If you don't like our new product, and if you're not going to use it, you might as well just quit your job right now because I'm serious about this shit." And he's like,
the president of what?
The CEO of AOL. Like, who the fuck uses AOL
I was about
anymore?
to say, why is there even a CEO of this?
I don't know.
It's like saying I'm an executive of BlackBerry. Like, excuse me?
They just put themselves up for sale today.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I don't know who would buy that.
Even on like the most competitive product that they ever had. It's still like
a box of Blackberries is worth more than like the company itself. Like to me, that's like if somebody's like, "Listen, you want to buy a box of Blackberries or the company Blackberry?" I'd be like, "Give me the fucking Blackberries. I'm fucking hungry. It's worth something. I can get some use out of a box of."
That's just funny when you said CEO of AOL.
Yeah,
I was like, something's wrong here.
I think the CEO of AOL, like, I think his job is to like put the stamps on those free CDs that they mail out. I think that's what he does. Like the AOL CEO, like he has the little Pitney Bowes machine. He like weighs the CD.
He's like, "Look, guys, this is the last one. I swear, we're gonna do 600 free hours."
He's like, "If people call in to cancel, offer them a year free now. Yeah. 9 months, like we're going to a year, guys. Year free. We're not gonna make money for the next 10 years, man." That's his job. Just like, how much money can we mail out in free CDs, and how much free service can we give away?
What do they have right now? The Messenger thing? That's about it?
Let me go to AOL.com.
No. Just think about it in your head.
I think the only thing
that's worth a shit. I swear it's the Messenger, and that has to be the only thing.
Nobody fucking uses AIM anymore. It's dead, dude. That used to be my...
It's Skype now, right?
No. Yeah, Skype, but I think people just use email. So AOL's got like... It's almost become like a Yahoo.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's funny. They sold themselves to Time Warner for like millions and millions. I think billions of dollars. It was like hundreds of millions of dollars, and Time Warner bought them. That Steve Case, man, that was the original guy that started it. Steve Case. He walked away like, hell yeah. He made all this money, and now it's pretty much worthless, right? Yeah, it looks like it's just Yahoo kind of
AOL is the equivalent of that guy that walked out on those 2 chicks laughing at farts. He was just like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, so basically the CEO is just pissed off, and he's like, "You guys got to use this new service we're coming out with." It's like a local news service. Anyways, like apparently there's like leaks going on at the company, right? Like, and the guy, he fires some guy on the conference call. He's like, "Get the hell out of here," and he just goes silent. And he goes on with the conference. But apparently there's like people leaking how bad this new company or this new service they have sucks to the press. And this guy's like, "Fuck everybody, I don't care. You can leak all you want. Like, it doesn't bother me. Like, we're still going full steam ahead." Like, it's the worst CEO I've ever heard on this conference call.
Can you imagine if you work for that company and someone like just in passing was like, "Hey, what do you work for?" You're like,
Work for AOL, man. Yeah. It's like one of those companies. Like, you're glad it's only 3 letters. Like, it's like you can say it real quick.
I would probably just say, honestly, I'd be like, "Oh, I work for America Online," and they're like, "Oh shit, really? Cool."
I would just say I work for.
You say AOL. They're like,
You wouldn't have. You could act like you're mumbling it, but just instead of saying AOL, just like pronounce "oh." Who do you work for? Oh.
Oh.
You don't know. Oh. What do you mean? Oh. AOL, man. AOL. You want me to spell it out for you? AOL.
Is that the company with
we call ourselves? Oh no.
Is that the company with the free CDs and shit?
Hey, I still got one of your 3.5-inch like floppy disks, man. Dude, I used to format them and
I remember that.
I used to format them and just keep them ready to go. And then when I finally found a use for them, like it would say corrupt disk. I'm like, fuck, dude, I stored this. I still have boxes of them somewhere, dude.
It's gonna be art one day, dude.
Yeah, so check out this guy on his conference call. He fires this guy.
The reason is, don't use.
You want to hear the whole thing? It's like 2 minutes.
Just get to the part where he fires the dude.
A couple things I want you guys to know about it. Product. and you're not invested in Patch,
Patch, that's the company.
If you don't use Patch as a product and you're not invested in Patch, you owe it to everybody else at Patch to leave. If you think what's going on right now is a joke and you want to joke around about it, you should pick your stuff up and leave Patch today. And the reason is, and I'm going to be very specific about this, is Patch, from an experience, Abel, put that camera down right now. Abel, you're fired. Out. If you guys think
he fired some guy,
has not been committed to Patch.
Meanwhile, you know what's the funniest part of it? The whole point of the conference call was that we're laying off 1,000 people.
Abel was his VP, probably. Hey, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it was actually this guy was like an executive in this patch company.
God.
But apparently, what I found out from reading up on this, the guy always takes pictures, right? And then he posts them on an internal website, like, hey, here's what we did at our meeting. This guy's thinking, he's all paranoid as hell. He's thinking he's one of the guys leaking information, and he's going to take pictures. He fires them.
That's crazy. He does it all calm, too.
Yeah, and it's on a meeting where he's explaining why he's laying off people.
Maybe he was joking about that.
He's such a dick, dude. In one part of the call, he's like, listen, man, if you want to blame somebody for all these layoffs, you can blame me. I'll take full responsibility for it. And he says it just like that.
He sounds like a sea sucker, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he's getting a lot of heat right now. Another thing that happened, Nelly. Remember Nelly?
Yeah, Nelly's awesome.
Yeah, he had a concert in Cleveland, and he brought Amanda Berry. It's one of those chicks that was up, she got. It was one of those 3 girls in the house. Remember that Hispanic guy kidnapped them when they were kids, and then he was holding them against their will for 10 years. She was a girl.
Stage?
Yeah, she was a girl that got him escape when she knocked on the door and she met that dude.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, he gets her up on. I guess some radio station gave him tickets,
okay,
and then he brings the girl up on stage and then has her sing a song, which I thought was pretty cool.
Damn,
it was weird. She was having some guy all over her, man, and to me that was kind of cool and weird at the same time because I was like, man, she went through all that trauma. And she's able to kind of have a relationship.
Was she hot? All the pictures of it and stuff?
She was all right, man. For being in captivity and just being locked up in a room, she looked pretty good. And she looked like she was over it almost.
So it's weird because I think captivity, and I automatically think pale face and weird stuff like that.
Yeah, but she's had to have gotten a tan and everything by now. I just think she would have. I would be so traumatized, I'd be just not even leaving my house. But she seemed way over it. You know, she had I don't know if it was her boyfriend or what. She had a guy hugging her, and she had the courage to come up on stage. And that was cool of Nelly. Some people were giving him shit, why are you bringing her up and showing the world and making her all self-conscious? And
it's probably for Nelly's benefit too, bro. When that story comes around, I mean, I bet you he's like, fuck yeah, I did it, you know.
Well, he did get a lot of press, and Nelly, man, who's Nelly nowadays, you know?
Nelly's still pretty popular. But he's not late 2000s popular, you know?
Yeah, it was weird. When I was listening to his concert, I was like, people go watch Nelly.
Bro, I saw Nelly last year.
No, but
with Enrique Iglesias.
But listen to this guy sing.
His concert was amazing.
Because think about back when we were kids, what was it? What did Milli Vanilli get in a shit for?
Lip syncing wrong or something like that.
Yeah, and they were lip syncing, right? Listen to this guy singing at the concert. It's barely listenable. This guy. It's unbelievable people go to a concert, right? You want to hear somebody sing at a concert. Listen to this guy sing.
Down that road, we can come back. No one knows. I realize that. Hey, when I be riding
it's just his music playing, and then he says a few words over it.
That's kind of how it was.
There she is. Yeah, just Google Nelly brings out Amanda Berry.
Damn.
She doesn't look bad, dude.
No, she doesn't look bad at all. Yeah, that's the rest of his. It's not exactly sounds like it's in sync. His little Saint Lunatic crew is very.
But this sounds horrible.
Because
if I had to go to, this is like some guy singing karaoke in his house.
That's how it is.
That's basically what it is. He's singing karaoke at his house.
Rap concerts are kind of like that, man. They're kind of just a bunch of shouting. It's still good though.
What we want everybody in this place right now to do, we need everybody somebody one time. If you ever love somebody, put your hands up. If you ever love somebody, put your hands up. And now they gone and you
It's a good song, though.
give them everything. Put your hands up. Say if you ever love somebody, put your hands up. If you ever love somebody, put your hands up.
I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool.
You wish you could give them everything.
You know what I noticed,
don't
man?
talk shit about Nelly, dude.
You know what I noticed? I had my wife's family kind of come over this weekend, and they're Mexican. And her brother comes over. This dude's like straight up Mexican. Dude. You know what I noticed about Mexican guys? At least
What's
this
that?
guy. You fucking give them a can of beer, and if there's no beer opener in sight, they will figure some MacGyver shit out. This guy pulls out some fucking... He pulls out like something I used to like smash potatoes, and he opens up. He's like, no, hold on, this. And he scans the room, dude, and he's
Bro, it's
figured
just
out
physics,
like
dude.
he's figured out how to open this can with something.
Yeah, you could do it too.
No,
You just have
I've
to
noticed
understand
this
physics
about-
and fulcrums, bro.
No, I'm telling you, I've been around
I'm
Mexican
telling
people
you.
with my wife, and like the Mexican guys I like to drink. That's like a badge of honor. Even if you had a fucking can opener in front of them,
It's
they would
just-
scan the room. What is the most odd object? Like, a freaking like a picture hanging on the wall.
He opens
I can
up
open it.
a
CD
bottle
case.
of beer with CD cases is notorious. If he opens a bottle of beer with like a dildo, I might be like, oh, really
with a
soft
peg
one?
leg dildo.
Yeah, I might be very, very like, okay, that's pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah.
Or like the cone of your tweeters on your speakers, I'd be like, that's pretty sweet.
Oh, I forgot to ask that chick. She has like a list of gifts, like she asked people, and she had. I was laughing at the list because it was like Miss Kayla on her website. She tells her customers like, I'll accept gifts, right? She has like handbags, and she has like belts and like gift, and then
that's
she's got
old-fashioned
2013 Acura TL. Like it's just
Seriously?
like thrown in there. Yeah,
That's hilarious.
It was like randomly thrown. I was like,
We
really?
should have asked her about
Yeah, it's like you had all these like $300-400 gifts, and then one of them says 2013 Acura TL.
I kind of liked her. She was cool, man. We should bring her back on.
Yeah, I wish we
have to
had
ask her that question.
Yeah,
Because that's really, really hilarious.
yeah, she was like a totally different person when her friend came on.
You know, usually, okay, look, I've looked at, back in the day and everything, when that whole MSNBC thing or CNBC thing came out about escort service and how it's so lucrative,
Yeah,
I started like, okay, because they talk about all these websites on the CNBC episode, and I was like, okay, so I go to one just to fucking see the pictures and shit, why not? And see who these people are, how young they are, how old they are, and it always has a list of the things that they like, and they're all like travel, and you see Fendi purses, anything Dolce Gabbana,
Yeah.
But you'll see travel. But
I guess that's
funny
like
that you say the
free
Acura
income.
because it's so like
random and
Like-
expensive,
an Acura. It must
Yeah.
have a V6, you
and
know?
it said with navigation. Like
Dude, that's crazy. That's pretty. That's being
that's
specific.
ballsy, dude. Like that's
Someone's gonna buy it for her.
like yeah. At some
Somebody,
point,
yeah,
yeah.
that, likes
that
her
probably
enough.
that 80-year-old guy.
Yeah,
Like he's
maybe.
about to die, and it's like, you know what? Fuck it, man. She's been kicking me in the balls all these years. I might as well give her something nice.
That's like sweet spot for Miss Kayla. It's like if you drive a 2013 Acura, what is it, TL?
TL. That's
you
her
could
top model. I
probably
think.
just date her.
Yeah.
But if you don't have nav, you might not get past the
I
first
think,
date.
You know what? I think nav might be standard on a car like
Fuck
that.
calls it nav anyways.
Yeah. So last news article before we head out. So this Chinese website, right? It's like the official news agency of China. Like you know, like if America had like instead of having like independent
So,
like CNN,
Al
Fox News.
Jazeera, all that shit. It's like
Yeah,
that.
it's like it's owned by the state, right? They put out their own news, and apparently their journalists are like really stupid, right? And they're always getting tricked by porn sites. So, like there was this news article, and it's a porn site of it was some like they thought this was real, so they report like, oh my god, look at this is what how Americans execute their prisoners, and it was clips and like still pictures from a porn of this guy, like, and he injects some chick in the arm, and then she acts like she's dead, and then the guy's like fucking her while she's like playing dead. But they have clips of that, and they're like,
Are you
this is
serious?
actual footage from American execution.
So dumb.
And like people started calling them out on that, and they had to delete the site up though. But people have screen captures of the news article. It's
that's pretty
hilarious.
funny.
Yeah, and this is like the second time they've been tricked too. That's what the funniest part is. This is not the
Getting
first time.
punked.
Yeah. I forgot what the other porn was. It was pretty funny too.
By the way, we're probably going to end the show like in about 2 seconds here, but I did see Elysium today, by the way, the movie.
I heard it sucked.
Are you fucking out of your mind?
It looks amazing,
It's
but
fucking
I heard
awesome.
the ending was just like, it was too obvious. Like,
Look, it wasn't as
or they
good.
said it
I'm gonna
was
tell you right
real
now,
slow in the end.
It was not as good as District 9. But when you get to figure out this character Kruger, I won't going to tell you anymore.
Which one's Kruger?
I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to ruin it for you.
No, but who's Kruger?
Kruger is
the Matt Damon guy?
No.
Okay.
He's an assassin in that movie somehow. He's
Okay.
like a hired assassin. He's fucking awesome. But I won't even tell you who it is, and you'll figure it out when you watch the movie. You'll be like, oh, no way, it's that dude. And you'll be like, holy shit. Don't look it up, though. Just wait to see the movie, and you'll be blown away.
Here's another good movie that some people don't like it. I liked it. Oblivion with Tom Cruise.
I haven't seen it. I'm going to see it soon.
The soundtrack is phenomenal, dude. It's M83. It's kind of like Daft
I know
Punk.
what M83
and it's the
is.
guy that made Tron made it.
Yeah, I know what that is.
So all that guy does is puts in like crazy techno soundtracks.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch
which is
that pretty
great.
soon.
I wish all movies did that.
I did see a very, very highly acclaimed movie yesterday, by the way. It was a Redbox rental called Mud. You should check that out. It's Matthew McConaughey's like best movie ever.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll check it out.
98% fresh tomatoes, bitch.
Cool. Well, we're going to head out of here. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We're out of here, and peace out.